Hey, when I tell y'all, listen. So
I'm so mad because I definitely forgot mine.
It hot, y'all. It hot, dog.
Oh, really?
I didn't.
No,
wait, we're on. Oh,
yeah,
yes, they can hear everything now. Thank you.
All right, we back.
Can y'all see my fan on here? No.
Can't see it.
Introduce us again, man.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Let's start back again. This your boy DJ Manny. Y'all know who this is, man. And right next to me is
Ezsa Allen, mental health therapist and counselor. I am a counselor for many middle schools and high schools throughout Palm Beach County, and I do counseling for many families in Riviera Beach as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Taylor. Everyone knows me by Liz. I am the owner of Taylor Frames. I am part owner of a trucking company. I also do Therapy Thursday on Facebook. So to have this opportunity to be here with everyone on this panel is a blessing to me, and I hope we're a blessing to you as well.
that's what's up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Vickey Brooks. Most of you know me as Vicky Horton. I suffer from bipolar depression, and I'm here to talk about it and get it out in the open. So if you have any questions, give us a call. I'll pass it on to Dante.
Hey, how you doing? This is Dante. This your boy Dante D. Wynds events. We in here on a Thursday. You know, it's something. This is something different for the team. We talk about mental health. It's very important that a lot of people know about this because it's real. It's nothing to play with, and we're gonna talk about it, break it down. Y'all like coming to show?
Yes, man. Please, guys, do that, and please keep sharing, keep inviting people, keep tagging people because it's this right here, this topic we get into tonight is very important, right? And I must say the reason is, and after doing a little bit of research, thanks to Boss Lady and my sister right here, Ezsa, for bringing that out, and and since then I've been looking into it. One thing I've realized is that in the black community is very,
Yes.
and the crazy part about it is we were taught to like keep your business private, stop, don't tell the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
and we could be going through stuff. Yeah, what happened in the house, stay in the house, right? You could be going through stuff, but you tend to hold it in because
you don't want to be judged. You don't want people to know that you're mentally not okay. And I can honestly say to anybody that's watching, it's okay to not to be okay, if that makes sense. You don't have to be that strong person. You don't have to carry the weight of the world and everyone else's problems on your shoulders. It is okay to tell somebody, I can't do it today. I can't help you because I'm trying to help myself through this. So, and for the people that are judging people that can't say no, that are now saying no, you got to evaluate those people.
Yes.
You got to honestly think about every time you come to me, it's yes. And the one time that I say no, you're upset with me. Now you got to kind of think about how important you are to that person if you're a constantly yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, so like I said, I want these girls first to share the story. Last night, Liz crazy ass had me rolling, and here you go. I'm laughing so hard, I'm falling off the chair, and then she switch it up, and I love that. I love that we get to laugh and be open.
Right.
You really had me. I don't know what the live cut off, or I don't know what happened. I'm like, that's not how you end a live, man. But it was so touchy. Like, I'm like, wow, and it was brave to actually come out like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't normally see us black folks do that, like that. And I was reading some of the comments, man. It was amazing. Now, I think I want to start with Vickey. I want to let Vickey tell her side of the story first, and then Ezsa could take over.
Okay. All right. Let me just go back to when I was a child. If you grew up in Delray, I know Liz did. I'm not sure if you all remember my uncle. He used to go by the name of Spitman. And Spitman used to ride this two-wheeler red bicycle, and sometimes he didn't care if it was 9 degrees outside or 90 degrees outside. He was a deacon at Ridley Temple, and he had mental issues, but I didn't know that as a child. And I used to see my mom give him pills in the morning for him to take before he ate his breakfast. And at night, for dinner, after dinner, he also took pills, and I used to ask my mom, what are those pills for? And she told me, girl, get out of here and mind your own business. Them grown folks pills. Don't worry about that. So that stayed with me a long time because I used to watch my uncle like, why is my uncle taking these pills? What are these pills for? And I stole one night. And I didn't know what it was. And my mom, when my uncle came to take his pills, long story short, he said, Sally, you missing a pill out of here. And she knew it was me because I was the only one there. And she's like, did you take that pill? And I'm like, yeah, but at this time I was in the room and I was like almost asleep. And it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But she took me to the hospital. I never found out what that pill was for. All I know is I better not ever touch it again. But Spitman's real name was Eddie Anderson. And like I said, he was a deacon at Ridley Temple, and he suffered from mental illness that I later found out in life that that's what it was. So maybe it runs in my family. I got diagnosed with bipolar depression in,
take your time,
in 2010. And I thought the doctors were crazy, like, no, y'all have the wrong person. I'm not crazy. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with me. That's not me. And he said to me, he said, Vickey, he said, there is something wrong with you. Not physically. Physically, I was healthy. I had neurologists, cardiologists, gastroenterologists. I had every gist that you could come across. And finally, a psychiatrist came in, and they wouldn't release me until I talked to him. So it's either I stayed there, nobody knew I was in the mental hospital but me. And I'm like, oh God, what did I do by coming to the hospital? They done brought me here to this place, nobody knows I'm here. So I finally talked to the doctor, and he, after about a week or so, he told me I was sick. And I'm like, well, I feel okay. He's like, Vickey, you're suffering from bipolar depression. And I'm like, well, how long is this gonna last? When is it gonna go away? He said, no one knows where it came from, how long it's gonna last, if you're gonna recover. So what's next? What's next is we had to find a treatment plan for me. And that is what we did. And for years, no one knew that I was suffering from this. Every hour of the day, I was on something. And it just, I don't know, it just did something to me. Some days I still, I was fine. Other days I didn't. But my doctor had to continue to keep me on the medication and add to it, take from it, whatever he had to do to get me to where I was gonna be okay. And that included our therapy sessions, and I would miss them. And if I missed my therapy sessions, my doctor would call me. What doctor do you know will call and check up on you and tell you, you need to get in here. You haven't been here for 2 months. You need to get here.
Wow.
And, fast forward to 2014, I lost my mother. So now I'm still taking my medication, but that time I started abusing my medication with alcohol. But it didn't affect me because I was on it so much all day, every day. And I didn't know that there was a difference between depression and grief. But I did find out, and I did get help for that as well. And I must say, thank God, I have been level and fine. I no longer abuse alcohol and medication.
That's good.
Okay,
Congratulations.
and thank you. I no longer have to do that. I still have my good days and my bad days. And when I do have my bad days, I do go and see a new therapist. My previous therapist, he retired, so I still go to his same practice. And I must say, when things are bothering me, I feel a lot better after I speak it out, say it. I literally come out and say it.
That's dope.
So please if you are like me, please get help.
Now let me ask this question, because me, like I said, man, I'm a student of the game. I'm learning, man. And guys, please share this live, man. Keep sharing. So when you first went to the doctor, they told you you were diagnosed with bipolar, right? I mean, what were the symptoms like? What were you doing or not doing for them to realize, okay, this is what you have? Okay,
bipolar depression. I would sleep all day, and at night I couldn't sleep at all. I had insomnia. I felt a feeling of just you know, I didn't want to be here, non-existence. Like, why am I here? You know, I wanted to literally, like, you know, do something to myself. You know, I didn't want to, like, hurt myself, like, you know, where I saw blood coming out. I wanted to just, you know, go peacefully, something that wouldn't hurt, you know, drink bleach or whatever. You know, those are kind of thoughts that ran through my head. Like, I mean nothing to no one, not even my children. And I mean, it was just so many things. Some days I'd be sad, some days I'd be happy. You know, my primary doctor, he would ask me, like, you know, what's wrong with you? And I would just start crying out of nowhere.
Wow.
And, you know, I'd go back again and I'm like, hey, Dr. Jaffe, you know, how you doing? And he's like, you okay?
That's not funny. She meant that.
So that's what you feel, but that hopelessness feeling is it makes you empty. There were some days that I wouldn't even get up out of bed. I couldn't take a shower. I couldn't wash my hair. My daughter, when I was living in Coral Springs, my baby, she had to come in and help me take a shower because I was too tired. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't eat. I just lay in bed all night with the TV on, and I wasn't sleepy at all. I couldn't go to sleep. Some days I'd be up until, you know, 4 days in a row. And I mean, it was, you know, I never told anybody because I knew people were gonna call me crazy.
And that's what we were saying before the show. That's the crazy part about it, that you're afraid of. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably would have been one of the ones. Because like I said, I grew up in a third world country where if it's not like this, it's crazy. It's voodoo. You know what I'm saying? There was no in between. Like, there was no mental illness to it. It was just they threw the war on her. She got, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad, man. It's crazy because that's how we think about it. And as I was doing some research, I realized, man, I know a lot of people, friends, you know what I'm saying, who suffer from paranoia, always feel like somebody's out to get them. I know a lot of people like that in the Haitian community, right? But you learn to accept it because, you know, in Haiti, somebody always try to eat you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look good, somebody out to get you. You know what I'm saying? You fat, you look like you got money, somebody out to get you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how it is in my country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always that. Never, man, maybe someone with your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's crazy, man. And yeah, that thing, that's some serious stuff right here, man. And yeah, man, I'm learning, man. I'm learning a lot. It's mind blowing. Be honest with you, it's mind blowing, man. You know, and because like especially when you start realizing, damn, a lot of people I used to hang with, or I know, are suffering from those things.
From
You know
some form of mental health. And what I want to say about having a platform, we're all sitting here. If you're friends with somebody on Facebook and you come across their page and they're venting about how life is hard, some things are not a joke. Some people post things on Facebook as a cry for help because that immediate circle not really taking them serious. When you see people putting things on Facebook like, I'm losing my mind, to me, it's not to get attention, it's for somebody to help them. Yes. And I think we can't keep judging people. You know, I have to say it, social media, we're getting judged. We all sitting here right now, we're being judged for something. But when you see people on Facebook and they're constantly talking about something is hurting them and they're always sad, I'm not saying it has to be me, you, or but somebody got to step in. Because when that person is no longer here, we all gonna be like, damn, we should have did something. We should have said something. People cry for help because they don't have people to talk to. People come to Facebook and Instagram and all of that for something to be fed in them. Rather, if I'm celebrating, if I'm crying, if I'm posting an achievement, we want people to acknowledge what we put on Facebook. And some people are really struggling and suffering. And we have to stop as a black community, because I don't got too many white friends. I'm sorry, this not, most of my friends colored. I think I got 2 white people on here. But we have to stop judging our people and labeling them as crazy. Oh, she just crazy. Or it's a dude. Our biggest thing is that nigga going through it. Shit be deeper than a man. Stuff be deeper than a woman. And we just have to, sometimes we just got to just take a second just to care a little bit more.
And you know,
not turn our nose up so quick.
Aside, man, I know I help a couple of people on social media financially and talking to them. Like this one chick, I remember a couple years ago, was doing at my house, we was doing a 4th of July party, and I was on Facebook off first, and I saw this one chick thought about she don't want to be here, she want to kill herself. You know what I'm saying? And I come hey, listen, man, chill out with that mess. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And she'll go through some stuff. I shoot her a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? I said, listen, this is what I can do out here. Shoot her a few dollars. I said, man, here, take care of whatever you got to take care of, man. But listen, you can do better. You know what I'm saying? Now, I had to block her because she was getting messy afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
But my thing is, I helped her out because I know how it feels not to have. You know what I'm saying? Especially not to have somebody like, you know what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, I have you guys. I mean, Issa, me and her grew up together, right? I know what she does. I have Dante. I have Boss Lady. I have Sid. I have a lot of people I can call and say, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
some people don't have that.
They don't have that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially when you hanging around the same circle where all of us have the same mindset. We want some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
But, you know, and I do reach out to a lot of people. But, again, like I was telling you guys before the show, like, this is new to me. Like, I have to approach this. If I'm going to have this platform, I have to approach this on a way where I can relate. I know, of course, this is where she comes in, but sometimes she might not answer my text right away. She be texting me back, oh, late and stuff. So I need to at least be aware of what's going on, or at least the symptoms. So we could be like, okay, man, listen, you need to get help. You know what I'm saying? And before I let Issa talk, Liz, man, keep doing what you're doing. The jokes is necessary.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
What I love the most, not only the joke, is the lesson at the end of the jokes. So I'm saying I love that, and that's what I tend to do. I might be talking trash, I might be whether it's handy talk or I always have the final words where I bring you back to reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Forget the drinking, forget the party, forget the good times, bring you back to reality. And I love how you handle your shows when you do them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We laugh, we joke. And then, okay, this is the lesson behind the jokes.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And that's a great way to teach.
I think growing up, we as black people, we joke about everything.
Everything.
We will laugh at a funeral.
Everything.
We could be at a job interview about to get $100,000. We gonna joke.
That ain't
and
no
I think
money.
that's our comfort. And I think I always post something funny in the morning. And it's amazing how many people say, I needed that laugh to get me through the day. Liz, you gotten me through this. Yeah. And I gotta tell y'all, some of y'all know got me through. You know, I don't post just to get y'all through. Y'all getting me through it. And I think it's hard for me to talk about depression because I cry. And I think, and I said it last night on my live, to me, crying is a sign of weakness. You know, but I had to learn that it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
You ever cry just to, and you cry and it's like, oh God, I feel so much better.
Yeah,
and
you need that cry.
It's a release, man.
Yeah. So it's hard for me to discuss my own depression. But
now we got to talk about it. We got to talk about yours, though. We definitely got to talk about yours.
Oh yeah.
But I want this is where I want.
Yes, let the doctor talk.
No.
Go ahead, dog.
We're gonna come to you because I know this girl stay busy, man. So I gotta get as much as information I can get from her every time I have her with me. You know. Now let's talk a little bit about her Vickey situation.
Well, before we touch Vickey's situation, I just want to bring it all the way back to what mental health is.
Yes,
because
please.
we're in a community where the stigma is very high. Like you said in the beginning, we don't want to talk our business. We don't want to say what's going on in our household. We don't want to feel ashamed, embarrassed, or having everybody look at us like a different way. Because another thing with the joking, we crack a lot too.
Yep.
So, you know, people don't want to be looked at as, oh, that person dealing with such and such, and that's how it is. So just breaking that stigma will break that a little bit more. Mental health is simply the way we think, the way we act, the way we react, the way we...
Absolutely.
Everything on how our mind process comes from our mental status, our mind. I tell everybody, and it's good that she kept on bringing it up, sick. I tell everybody, our physical health is our outer body. If you get sick with COVID or anything else, you go to the doctor and you're gonna get a shot. You're gonna get pills to get better, and then you get back on your way.
Right.
Same thing with therapy or your mental health. You're internally going through something to where your mind is now off focus because our mind is created with different neurons and electricity, and all of there is just not this mass. things are going on in there. So when it's chemically unbalanced, then we start to react differently. And a lot of things determine growing up, whether you've been abused, whether you've been sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused. I highlight that one because we're, again, a community of people. We like to yell, we like to talk harsh.
And we think that's normal.
Yes.
And it's not.
Well, it's not, but it is. Coming from our ancestors.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
like
Absolutely. Yes.
Definitely.
So it's not right, but that's all they know.
Yes.
So parents just going to repeat what they have. So, but just knowing and educating yourself, knowing that's not the right way. You know what I'm saying? Because you teach you beat the kids so much, they're going to develop this angerness. They're going to develop
Lord.
They're going to react the same way, and then they're going to repeat it. It's a cycle, a vicious cycle. Grieving. Losing someone, especially nowadays, we are losing people right and left. It's not even a joke anymore. Like when somebody dies, like you don't even feel it. The effect.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
Not even so much anymore because you're losing people, especially from COVID.
We're used to it now.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. It's crazy.
We live in a society to where we are people. We go through so much and we get the least help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We have to start fresh from just saying mental health is a part of who we are. And if we can feed ourselves, and I'm not talking about just food, but from what we see, what we hear, how we educate ourselves. The negative people around you, you got to cut that off. You got to cut the negative thoughts. You got to cut out the, just anything that's not conducive to your positive mental health. You shouldn't be in it. If somebody's always calling you just a mess and just like that negative thing, that's not somebody that's going to help you be the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just touching like all broad areas, but because there's so much more. But it's just the whole thought process of just understanding that everyone has a brain, and our brain is the function to everything we do. Why we're here, what we're thinking, everything. So you want to take care of your brain. More importantly, if you don't take care of your brain, it will break down your body.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. We were just talking about that.
And like you might be predisposed to diabetes or other things, and that's going to, when you're like, don't take care of your mind, it's going to break that down and come out more. Another big factor too is stress.
Yes.
When we don't know how to relieve our stress, or we just, because we're people that we just believe that we can just take it all in and we're just supposed to handle it as it comes. We don't ask for help. We don't want to kind of just making people see that, again, that weak word. We got it. You know? Even if it's a single mom, she gonna make way do. You know what I'm saying? She's not gonna be out there.
Shout out to my black women.
Definitely, a single mom. So just bringing it back to some understanding.
Chinese people too.
And
I love y'all shrimp fried rice. Oh, I'm sorry.
They love me.
And then going from there. So when you don't take care of your mental health, that's when you or it could be hereditary as well.
Yes.
And if you don't take care of it, then you're going to develop like bipolar depression, anxiety, eating disorders, anger issues, personality disorder. We have a lot of personality disorders going on in our community. And we just look at it, that's just Ray acting up. No, Ray got an issue.
Ray got a problem.
That's true.
Ray did a check. You should get a check for Ray.
I tried to get a check, but they wouldn't give me one. But
hey, they will give you. They got to give your people a check.
Because they seen you cooking all that food back in the day. I ain't give you no check. You cooking all that damn food.
But nah, this is the thing, right? And I asked you that question before, and one of the things one of my biggest concern is, okay, how do we detect there's something wrong? Like, how do we come to that conclusion? You see what I'm saying? Because you like okay, let's say little Ray down the street, right? We know, okay, they've been picking on him. Eventually, he gonna react. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you thinking, okay, this is how life is. Right. This is how things supposed to be.
Right.
But not knowing that, okay, he going through some deeper issue than what we think it is. But who gonna know, and how do we detect? Okay, something not too right with this dude here.
But how is he gonna react? Is he gonna react in a retaliation way, or is he gonna react in taking it out of himself, taking his own life?
Well, that's a good one too.
So,
because
and that's what we need to try to prevent in the minority.
I think you got to choose your words. I think you got to choose your words.
My daughter was going through it, right? And when I talked to my daughter, so I came here when I was 12. Okay. My daughter, my ex-wife, she was older Haitian chick, cut up to Haitian. You know, she was more Haitian than I like. The Haitian structure, the system, like, and I went like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like my daughter didn't feel good where she was at with Mom. She loved Mom. Excuse me, but she couldn't like that environment. And I be trying to tell her, man, listen, bro, this is America. You have to move different. You know what I'm saying? And Haiti, we probably had rice for breakfast. That's Haiti, because we're gonna eat whatever we can find in Haiti. But this is America. Man, get that girl some sausage and
grits and shit.
Like it was because like
smothered chicken.
I was just going on based on okay, this is what I know, this is what it is now. And my daughter was unhappy. Okay, I should get older now, and she was talking about all this crazy stuff, killing herself. And of course now, honestly, I would have handled that differently, right? But I told her, hey, listen, I'm gonna pull up, and once I pull up, your dude, everybody get me. I'm taking all y'all out. But you know, because I know, because back then, like I said, you wasn't no mental illness. Now, with my daughter, you tripping. You feel me? You tripping like you not. But again, I mean, don't get me wrong. She was wrong a lot because us Haitians, I mean, you know, us Haitians, the older ones especially, we didn't sit down and talk to our kids and like, okay, what's wrong with you, man? What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Our biggest thing with our kids, and it's the same thing with American. You smelling your ass.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nothing wrong. You feeling yourself, you know.
You being managed.
You know?
You being managed.
And she wasn't doing that. Like, I'm like, come on, man, trying to talk to her, like, you know what I'm saying? When I talk to my daughter, like, okay, all right, baby, check this out. And she like, one day she told me, man, you always say you're going to talk to my mama, you never talk to my mama. Because you not understand. Your mama don't understand. Whether I speak Creole or not. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like, listen, man, check this out. She's
kind of Haitian she is.
She's not getting older, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, and not only she's not getting older, but you gotta understand we're in the two different worlds.
Yeah.
You cannot bring the Haitian world to America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
What we used to do back in the days,
it's not it's a culture thing.
Right.
It's not
No
just
sense.
Haitians,
Yeah.
Because even in my culture, it's the same thing, and I think it stems from older people, not older people, the adults. They're very big on respect. So when I tell you to do something, you're just supposed to do it. That's it.
You can't even question it.
You don't question it. There's nothing. So, you know, the adults, they have their own issues they're going through. So they're trying to freaking put food on the table for you. So they're not even trying to understand. They're not taught to tap in with the emotional aspect of a child.
They feel like if I'm clothing you and feeding you,
That's all you need.
That's it. I'm not doing nothing else. You know, your mental and what you thinking don't matter to me.
At all.
When you get out my house, then you get. But by then I'm already damaged. I'm damaged from you. That generational abuse that we've you know, and a lot of us are getting up in age and we've raised our kids. And I know for a fact, I raised my kids to be able for them to talk to me and me not yell at them like you started. You know, we've gotten so used to being yelled at. That's the right way to do it. No, it's not.
It's not.
You know, I want my kids to be able to come and tell me. I tell my kids, don't let the streets beat you.
Exactly.
Whatever it is you got going on in that world,
you better come
me
first.
Tell me, because now I need to be able to defend you when the world comes and tell me. I'm not gonna scream, yell. I probably yell and scream after the fact, but the initial contact, I want them to be able to say, Mom, you know what? I think I effed up. Let's fix it. Okay, we can fix it. I'm gonna probably yell when we finish with it. But you know, I want them to be able to, and that's a part of breaking that generational depression and mental health and that mental abuse. You know, and I think, like you were saying, Haiti. You know, I think it's our parents weren't taught that. But now that we're younger and we got books and we got movies and we got doctors that are willing to help us break those type of things, I think that's a good.
Do y'all think that the upbringing of other kids could make your child go into depression?
Yes. Because our kids look at other kids and feel like, one, I want that life, or her parents let her parents let her do that. I'm not that parent. You can't live that life because I've made a life and a foundation for you. Exactly.
But you know what? That was my problem growing up as a child. Like, my mom wouldn't let me have a boyfriend. But I see girls at the Carver Middle School, same age as me, my classmates. I'm like, they mama let their boyfriend come over, and you know, I had to sneak. You know what I'm saying? I had to sneak and see my boyfriend. you know, just a few blocks over from 9th Avenue in Delray. And when my mama found out that that boy was in our backyard and I was back there with him, she told me up right in front of him and then took him up, walked him. We were just back there talking.
Oh, let me find out.
I don't think that was a problem.
But back then, it was. Like,
it was just a problem.
I couldn't even paint my toenails red.
I see. Well, I'm on the fence with that because
that's subjective in how you want to parent your kids.
Yeah.
Because and it could go two ways. And if you can say it's nothing proven or clinical, but if you say if you let these kids act grown, they're gonna be grown. You know what I'm saying? So I believe there's a time and a place for everything. And you know, again, parenting is subjective and how you were raised, and you always want to right the wrongs of your parents, but at the same time, there's a time and a place for everything. Little girls don't need to be dressing where they revealing and they seeing. There's some crazy men out here.
Yeah, it is.
And you know what? I think my kids, they know, like I always said, you know, I used to be mad at my mama. Like I held in a lot of hostility. But I can honestly say, after all those years, my mom passed in 2014. And in just them 3 months, when I watched cancer take her life slowly, I was there for her every day.
And you appreciate every ass
every day. And
every ass even when you was back.
Every whooping
made you the woman that you are today.
Yep. And I'm like, nah, I see why this lady was whooping me like this. Now I see why she kept me in the house, why I couldn't go to Pompey Park dances and whatnot, why she was whooping me for talking to a boy, or why she was whooping me for staying up on the phone whispering at night. You know, we had the phone cord, the long cord. You could take it in the room, you know, you laying up under the covers.
Yank it back. Somebody's finna get this phone.
And I understand why when I called her and told her I wanted birth control pills, she told me, girl, you don't need that, and hung up the phone on me. And I'm like, I'm trying to have sex with this dude, and this lady told me I
So Vickey, you the one of the ones on the counter talking.
Yeah, I wasn't but 13 years old, but you know in 7th grade they teach you sex education. I'm like, I was so embarrassed. I started forging her name on sex education classes because she wouldn't let me take that. But I had so much hostility and anger towards my mom because of the way that she raised me. Like my brother could go to dances at Pompey Park, and he's only a year and a half older than me. And you know, I would have, she asked him to take out the garbage. Casey, you take out the garbage? Vickey, take that garbage out and put another garbage bag in there, and then go take your ass in there and take a bath and go to bed. But in the meantime, my brother in the room getting dressed to go to Pompey Park. I can't go to the dance.
Hey, that's a whole nother
show. Like, you know, and I held hostility and anger towards my mom for many, many years. And I never heard my mom tell me, I love you.
See, that's different now, boy.
And, you know, so my kids, I said I'll never treat my kids like that. So now when I talk to my kids and I end a conversation with them, whether we're in person or on the phone, I love you, Mom. I love you too, baby. I tell my kids
I love
all the time.
I can talk to them 100 times a day. I love you. My baby will call me back and say, "You ain't tell me you love me," and I'm feeling some
you see what I'm saying? That right there.
Yeah. And my mom told me she loved me every day.
See,
it's just
never heard even when I was going 8,000 miles across the ocean to England, my mama gave me a hug, but wouldn't even tell me she loved me after I said I love you. And I said I don't think. You know, I didn't think my mom loved me.
To your topic or to your situation, sometimes you have to take a step back and understand what they went through.
Yep.
You understand? Because you can't give what you don't have.
Absolutely.
You know? So
Doctor. Dog, you got to say that again. Somebody missed that. You got to say that one again.
I say that because I heard a saying today and I want to repeat it because it hit home to me. And it said overprotective moms, and I'm not saying this was your mom, I'm just saying in general, overprotective mom was once an underprotected child. So,
come on.
Well, that one I just heard on his
You finna take that somewhere, baby.
Look, that right there is really
I had a collection plate. I got a collection plate going around.
Dog, you made your check today.
Passer.
You made your check today.
That is deep. I mean, like, I never thought of it that way.
That's real.
They go through their own stuff, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know, like, what her issues. Was she raped? Was she molested? Was she abused?
Not told she was loved?
Her mom?
Yeah.
She grew up with her mom?
Yeah.
Well, she had 10 kids from 3 different men, so...
Well, why you gonna tell? Okay, let's change this up because you're gonna tell your mama. this point, man, your mama got to pop you in your mouth.
Your mama came over walk.
My mama has to get your teeth.
My parents, they from Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? You had two brothers dating two sisters. And they used to go down to Bay Ray's juke joint. You know what I'm saying? Anytime they wanted to.
Ray's boom boom room.
You know what I'm saying? We called grandma mama. You know what I'm saying? We called our grandma mama.
And I feel like this is the quote Issa just said. This is what it is. Like, you cannot give something you don't have. And this is life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm looking at it, and you remember that movie Fences with Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I like
people
that
praise.
I like him.
No, don't get me wrong. And I'm one of them. I praise Denzel Washington act on that movie.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. I love my son.
You didn't like the movie?
I didn't like the storyline. I love the movie because Denzel is a great actor.
And what's this called?
Fences.
It's nice.
Him, Denzel Washington
Can
with
I ask what about the storyline you didn't like?
Because let me tell you something. When the child came up to him and said, "He's like, what do you think I went and paid this bill?" He said, "Because you love me, love you. Don't crack it on." Nah, I love my son. I give my life for him. And listen, my kid, my older son, 22 years old. This old bastard called me the other day, 1 o'clock in the morning. And here you go, I'm going through my own problem. I couldn't sleep, right? Boss lady done hit me with the bills.
That's depression, Manny.
No, it's not depression.
Yeah, that's
boss
depression.
lady hit me up,
Don't
and
deny
you know
it.
That's the Hennessy.
You said you was going through something and you couldn't sleep.
Because I'm
That's
still
a
a man.
symptom of depression.
Well, no, you know, okay, I'm not gonna.
I know
fight
you don't
it, but
believe
I'm saying,
in it, but that's part of it.
Like, you know, being a man, you're a man. Because I cannot sleep until I know my family's straight or everything's straight.
Right.
So that's me being a man thinking, okay, I have to come up with a plan. So I'm standing there. I put on barbershop. I'm watching barbershop. I'm enjoying myself.
That's my niece.
And he FaceTimed me. I said, you know what? Hell with this little nigga. I ain't picking up. But then my conscience kick in. A million things start going in my head. Why did he get pulled by the cops? Why did he?
Yeah.
Fuck. But I know because this little nigga need money. Hello? Hey, Dad. He's sweating like hell. I'm hearing a bunch of niggas' voice in the back. Oh, I'm stuck in Miami. I need gas money.
Okay.
You got 1 million niggas with you. You asking me for gas money.
But you know what?
Their dad ain't got no money.
I said this to say this, right?
Probably ain't in life.
I haven't talked to my mama in going on a year. You know, and she said something to me when I went to her house in Sierra, right? That really fucked me up. Because first and foremost, you left me in Haiti when I was 2 months old. You know what I'm saying? And me, I don't hold grudges. I let shit go. Haiti's a third world country. You have to do what you have to do. But now I'm 43, and you still pushing me away. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I'm saying this, right? Her birthday was a month ago, and everybody, because she has 7 kids, everybody calling me, "It's your mama's birthday." I wasn't gonna call her to say happy birthday.
Why?
Not because I'm mad,
Why?
because of what she said.
What's she saying?
No, I'm not.
You're not gonna say that.
But what it is
when y'all
that
eat
I
y'all
feel
food,
like, okay, it's just like us right now, right? If I fuck with Lizzie, I fuck with you, and it's always something, then maybe that relationship is not meant to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm not mad at you if I walk away. I'm just giving you a peace of mind. Because every time I come around you, I irritate your energy. Then,
but you know what I have to say, and I'm not a professional, but you know what? I don't think he's wrong. Because we have taught that we're supposed to, and I'm gonna say this, I got a great relationship with my mom before she passed. My dad, I wouldn't give 2 flying fucks if he was. It really don't matter to me because I'm at peace with that. Yeah. But I see people say on Facebook, I don't like my mama. I'm better off without her. Sometimes we better off without those people.
Here's the thing,
no matter what.
Better off when you speak of energy, yes, you better off not being in that energy and just creating more turmoil, yes. However, I want to go to heaven, so.
Oh no! Hey, you know what? It's crazy you said that.
If I cleared it with my mind and God, I ain't got to.
Because I know this is the same thing my brother said. Because he a preacher. Go ahead.
But let me just say this though, because I can relate. My mom came over here pregnant with me. She's like traveling here. I was born in jail because she came over. Same situation. So I feel you a little bit. She left 4 kids behind. They, same thing, have, especially one of my sisters. She just had this thing against my mom because she left her behind. Even when you speak it just now, I just felt that in you, and that bothered you, right? So you got to be real with yourself to say.
Yeah, but see, baby, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you know, out of she left 3 of us behind, right? The 2 boys, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody's saying this. Out of everybody, I'm the only one who showed the most. I do not. God is my witness. I do not hold grudges. But my thing is, you gotta understand. I can forgive you. But I'll never forget.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm saying, so now,
what I'm saying to you though is you need to work on you because you suffered through abandonment, you suffered through neglect, and that is in you.
Oh yeah, but guess what? You're right. But guess what? Me personally, and again, my siblings will testify because I'm the type of dude. Even right now till today, boss lady's like, you know what, nigga, I'm tired of you charging shit to the game because that's how I move. Right? If I can pull up on you, I'm gonna charge that to the game. Let it go. Because if I cannot solve it, there's no point of holding on to it. Just let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't hold no grudges, and whatever happens, even to
just be careful how you.
Yeah, I do. But
you charge it to the game.
Listen. My thing is, like I said, you have to understand, 2 months old and 43 years old. It's a long period of time.
But let me tell you something. If you do not get help, you're going to be the same person that's die.
Okay, y'all understand this, but you got to understand this.
The same way.
This is my thing, though. Like, now it's too late to get help, but
it's never too late to get help.
Listen.
You can't.
It's tough to get help.
And you're too set in your ways to get help.
Not on me. I'm good on me, because on my part is like I told my brothers the other day.
Told his mama.
I said I love my mom.
Of course.
I respect my mom because when she said what she said, out of respect, I walk away.
It hurt you.
You know what I'm saying? All I told her is like, you know what? Now I'm 43. If you're still saying this at 43, then maybe that's what you really mean.
Yeah.
Now you get no saying and my thing is with my mom, like let's say tonight, right? Beside Liz, we're all having a glass of wine or whatever, y'all too. So if you say something, I might say, you know what? It's the wine talking. But my mom, what she said, she thought about it. You paused. You thought about what she was going to say. Now, mind you, I walked up. It was a bunch of y'all. It was about 7 ladies, 7 women, including my mom, my aunt, everybody. I kissed everybody. I said, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? I kissed everybody because I didn't know nothing was wrong. But for me to come to you like that and for you to say what you said in front of all these people, then guess what? It came from a deeper place. Yeah. Now, whatever the issue is, I didn't left you behind. You left me behind. Yeah. But when she said what she said, I said, you know what? We cool. Yeah.
But you know what? She may have not forgiven herself.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask that question. I was going to say that.
Did she forgive herself?
This is what, she might not forgive herself. But this is my thing with all this, like I tell people. Once you love, like my son called me the other day. This dude, he's 22 years old. Not once in his life, he called me to say Happy Father's Day. I understand you might not know my birthday. But not once in your life you call to say Happy Father's Day. But you always call me.
When you need something.
Every week or every other week, you need money. I said I was done giving you money, right? But, okay, the child support been stopped. Thank God. But, right, I'm just playing. But now, the other day when he called me, I picked up the phone. A lot of stuff was going on in my head. And I picked up. Okay, I know what it was. You're not going to jail. You good. All right, whatever. I hung up. I sent him the money. But then when I woke up the next day, because I was kind of mad after I sent him the money, not because of the money. I feel like, nigga, you just like your goddamn mama. You only call me when you need stuff. But
I ain't no storyteller.
Now you gonna throw him in the depression talking about that boy mama.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
Yes.
No matter how bad he is. No matter the fact that he never tell me Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
I got you, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of these parents don't know. Our parents back in the days, they didn't know how to show that love to the kids.
Yeah, that's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
And back to what I was saying about the movie, like, that's your son. I don't care what it is. I love my son to death, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be love, man. Whatever I do for you, I do out of love, man. I love you, and of course it's my
right.
job, but I do it most importantly because I love you. I owe that to you. You see what I'm saying?
I want to say something about.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I was speaking on the movie.
I think we have to stop trying to celebrate everything. Meaning, you're a daddy every day.
Okay.
Father's Day was made for what reason? To celebrate daddies. When you were real daddy, June, whatever that date is, don't even matter. When you were real mama, May, whatever, don't even matter. When you take care of your kids and those are holidays that were created for the world to celebrate. You ain't got to celebrate that.
Big facts.
In the morning, you can celebrate Father's Day. If your son call you and say Happy Father's Day, Dad, you better embrace that shit because we only celebrating it because that's what them people.
That's
tell
what
us.
they give us.
When you a mom,
man-made holiday,
just like Christmas, you know, we do so much in December. We spend bands. Just to blow it, just to open it all.
But we forget the whole meaning of Christmas.
In 10 minutes, we know open up $10,000 worth of stuff in 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I don't believe in none of those holidays.
Any day.
I don't believe in none of the holidays. My thing with him is, you 22, at least one day, text me, say, what's that there?
Can I take it a little deeper back and ask the relationship with him growing up? Did you instill that in him growing up?
Oh, no, because his mama took him away.
Because he what?
His mama took him away.
See, that's just it. You can't really.
But no, listen though. My thing is now again, when he was younger, okay, that's why I bring the Father's Day up. Every kid know Father's Day. Now you don't have to know my birthday. My daughter called me. I mean, not first of all, my daughter texts me on a regular, right? And on Father's Day or my birthday, I'm gonna hear from my daughter.
She lives with you?
No, she lives with her mama, but. When my daughter first texted me on her mama phone, happy birthday, I'm like, oh, that's what mama doing. I'm like, thank you, honey, love you. No, because I already know that's what mama doing because she was young. But I'm not expecting you to know my birthday. But Father's Day, like you said, that's a people holiday. Everybody knows Father's Day. Okay. At least the same energy you have to dial me to say, oh, can I get some money? Yeah. When you were young, it was okay. Yeah. But no, you need 22.
Yeah. But let me ask you this. Okay, what reason would your son have to not want to text you on a daily date?
The mom probably brainwashed the kid.
That's what I'm saying.
The mama brainwashed.
Have you
that's
ever?
What I'm saying. Now,
okay,
I said this.
Was it from a bad breakup with his mom?
Oh no, it was.
Took him away?
Well, again, now this is a whole nother show. I'm not even gonna go to that because women always take stuff their own way.
Watch it now.
Because my thing is, to me, what I know, after I done got stabbed and shot at. I'm like, okay, you know what? She was pregnant. I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me tighten up. I almost didn't get to see my son, you feel me? Let me tighten up, so I pull up.
But have you ever apologized to his mother?
For what?
About anything that you may have, you don't know. Maybe you may have done something to her to affect her.
On that part, I did. As far as not being there, right? As far as marriage-wise, because in our culture, you get a girl pregnant, you have to get married. That's how it was. But and I told her, and I always apologize to her about that. I said, listen, man, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna get married. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna rent you an apartment, but I am not going to get married because I saw what it did to a lot of people. You get married just because you're pregnant, and now you're not even in love, no love in the relationship, and I'm not gonna do that. So, but this girl was already on stuff, but. Regardless of what it was, I talked to her and I talked to my son. Whenever I get a chance to talk to her, both of them, and I tell them, listen, man, I'm daddy, I'm here. I love you. You're my firstborn, you know what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, all my kids have my last name, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I love you, you know, but he know how much I love him. That's why he do what but I know he get that from his mama because his mama always called me, even though she was getting child support. This girl put me on child support before she had the baby.
God damn.
So I've been child support.
You are the father.
No, you must have did something real bad.
No, I didn't do. But it's a whole nother side. I know storyteller. But now I want to get to D-Wins before I get to Liz.
Can I say something on the comment that she just made too? Because regardless of how bad a relationship is, I do want to put out there that a relationship with a man is totally separate from a relationship with
the
a
kids.
child.
Yeah, exactly.
The parenting issue should never fall
It
on
never.
the
Big
child.
facts. Big facts. And
That's a lot of.
that's a lot of
more.
women.
Yeah, that's a lot
And
of.
I'm not playing the blame game because I know with 3 women on the table. I'm not playing the blame game.
Oh,
but
no,
it's
it's
a lot of.
accountability.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Yeah,
a
like
I'm a very strong
like
person when it comes to
with
accountability.
My son, mama, I told her, listen, I will give you the word. I'm just not getting married because in our culture, that's how it is.
Yeah.
You bring somebody, you got to marry them. No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And reason my no was that firm is because after I got stabbed, she made me drop her to a new dude house.
What damn?
I didn't know until afterwards. I saw the dude. I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Everything good with you? But she told me that was a homegirl house. There was some girls there and dude there. I knew buddy. You know what I'm saying? I knew buddy. Everything good with you, bro? Yeah, I took off. And then
Nasty.
And then when I saw her again, about a month or so later,
they together.
they were staying together now at his place. But I wasn't mad. Like Pa said, you know what I'm saying? It's all gravy, nigga. Had that. But you had him. It's cool.
You ain't no voodoo then?
No, it's not because, you know, man.
Baby!
Nah, because he wasn't like that, you know, because like I was
would have been
young,
moved.
For real.
And all
You
woman.
dropped her off.
She wouldn't have been dropped nowhere else.
No, but no, and after that, it was cool when I saw Bun. Oh, that's what we with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't sweating.
Now, how long did that last?
I'd have told her stay right there. Let me get my sister.
How long did that last with her?
They was there for a while.
With the dude?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they probably had 3 or 4 kids after that.
God
And then he
damn.
left.
Oh, yeah, that was his old lady. Yeah. No,
that was his old lady.
right thing.
And I knew Buddy. There was no hard feeling. You know what I'm saying? It was cool.
But maybe he was her comfort level after
Hey,
something
whatever
that she
it
felt for
was.
you. Maybe she
Man, don't give a damn what it was.
But my thing is, you make your choice. Because I told her, listen, I'm
trying to got stabbed and I dropped
I'm
you
going to
off.
sit down and talk to your people and tell them, listen, I'm not ready to get married, but I'm going to take care of you, though. Listen, I was willing to get her own place. I was just not finished get married because,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And,
Did they get married, man? Oh, when we talk about mental health right now.
But
We
my
are
thing
talking
is,
about
like,
mental health and
That's what
well.
I'm trying to figure
guys,
out. Maybe he was
it's
her
a lot.
way
It's a
of
lot.
dealing
And
with the breakup with you, and you
She
not
probably
being
feel
there.
bad
Maybe she
about
was
it.
lonely,
When you dealing
and
with a
she
breakup,
wanted.
you go
Maybe
jump
he
to
was
another
her
bitch.
medication.
But you know what? People break up and they don't heal themselves. And they go
Exactly.
right
Before
and
they
they
move
go
on.
get another boyfriend and they go get another
And-
girlfriend. But they ain't healed from
They haven't healed
the
before.
trauma.
The trauma.
And I hate when
told
people
her,
be like,
this one don't break up. You broke up with me.
And went right
I
to
was
somebody
in the hospital.
else.
But
I was
still,
in the hospital.
it could be the- but
I
it
just
could be
finna say
the
that.
trauma, though. You see what I'm saying?
I just finna
And-
say
and
that, Betty.
depression can come. A mental illness can come on about something very traumatic in your life that's happened.
and I said, I actually posted this today. Some people are the reason that people have mental health issues. Because they trying to save people. They trying to hold on to relationships. And that man and that woman dogging the hell out of them. But because you got a good heart and you raised off of love, you want to keep giving that person another chance. You want to keep, I don't want to let them go yet.
And you're in the
but
beef
you know, lost your hair, your edges.
I'm glad I got mine.
You know, it's shit going on. Some people
That's
are
crazy.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
feel
it
you.
is.
Yeah. Hey, guys, listen, I'm so sorry, man. We're not reading these comments. And please,
Hey,
I'm going to go back and
Hey,
talk to
everybody.
them. I love y'all, and I'm trying to get as much, because the doctor going to leave very soon, so I'm trying to get as much as I can.
She ain't leaving
from
till she
her.
Yeah, so
You
let's
gonna
let
read?
let's
I'm sorry, she got an
Dr.
Android?
Allen talk.
What an Android?
The doctor.
God, no.
Hey, let me get your Android number for real.
Why we keep going on?
I'm just playing, I'm
we
just
talk
playing.
about something else, but
All
see, everybody
now,
keep talking about Android.
Dante,
This gonna give us mental health for the
Dante,
Android
let me,
people.
Dante, I want
It's
to get
stressing me
your,
out right
I'll
now.
slap an iPhone out of anybody hand. It don't even matter to me. That's how I'm coming back.
An
My
iPhone could never.
Android.
hey.
What's up?
Hey,
All my life I had to
we'll
fight.
get on that real quick. I want to get
I
with
can send
Dante
emoji.
real quick. I want to get Dante's story out because Liz's story last night really moved me, and I really want to hear her story. But before I do so, let me get with Dante, man, my brother. I
Yes,
know you
sir.
suffer from
Dante,
depression.
let me just say, for you to be a black man and about to speak on a platform that a lot of people gonna see, I commend you for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
big
I
fact.
Yes.
At
Big
this,
fact.
at
I ain't
this
gonna lie, I would've
moment,
hold my name.
everybody that always talking about men and men don't speak and they don't talk from their hearts. Let's give Dante the floor.
That's
I
right.
really
That was
do.
tough,
Let's
man.
hear it.
Woo!
Big words.
Liz working on her podcast intro. That's what that was.
Hey! That's how
appreciate
he
it.
gonna come in on my
That-
podcast.
yeah.
Trust and believe.
Me personally, I know a lot of people that dealing with it. I think I'm somewhat dealing with it because like Liz said earlier, stop being a stronger person. Me, last 3 years, my mama passed, my brother passed,
My God.
my grandma just passed this year. So the last 3 years been tough. But me being a strong way, everybody come to me by everything. I spoke at my mom's funeral, my brother's funeral, my grandma's funeral, and everybody they wanted me to go first. Because they know once I go and get
They'll find the courage.
they'll
to
find
go.
the courage.
Right.
It's tough dealing with a lot of stuff. I got a situation I don't want to put who I know out there. I know somebody might snap on me. But I deal with a situation. I didn't know what was going on with that person because that person was getting everything. That person went on trips. That person get clothes. That person get jewelry. That person get a lot of stuff. So then when I found out that person was harming themselves, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Why? So I was like lost. Like, why is this person hurting themselves and they getting everything from me? But that's why I asked y'all earlier, do you think a person can harm themselves from other people?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's what it boiled down to. They was calling this person skin too dark, she too tall, her complexion don't match to a red female, and so it was just like at a young age. That's like fifth grade. So when it transferred to when it transferred to what is 6th grade, they was already dealing with that situation, but I didn't know because that person was getting this and that and this, so I overlooked the signs because they was getting everything. They didn't show no signs of them depressed or stressing, because I think that person had in their mindset, what will my mom and dad say if I tell them I'm dealing with this? So once that came out, me being an individual, like, damn, I'm overlooking signs. I'm too busy. I can't say I'm too busy, but me being a man, I'm working, grinding, cooking, catering, doing. I'm busy, but at the same time, the house getting taken care of. But I'm not sitting back, like, damn. I'm missing the signs. I'm missing the opportunities that me as a person could be better to make that person better. But it wasn't on me, far as why that person dealing with it. It was the outside people. So once that situation got handled, they good now. They was on the they got Vapor Rack. I think it's called right, Vapor Rack.
Baker Rack.
Yeah, Baker Rack. I'm sorry, Baker Rack. They got that. They got Baker Rack. They got stuff. They was on pills. They was on this. Now that person is not on that no more. That person is good now.
Thank God.
Yes. Cause it was stressful. Then I know a lot of people that's dealing with stuff. Like, I think all y'all my friends, but I don't think sis. She probably see me, but she not. After the day, she probably focused on it. Liz. I post a lot of positive shit. Even when we do Henny Talk on Fridays, we back home. Once I do, like, I always have like a positive moment, and I always try to like bro say, we might bullshit on the show, but we always have final words to get everybody back into beat. So I always put positive words up because me personally, a lot of people that came to me out to save them, like for my words, for me saying stuff. I know a lot of people talking about harming themselves, killing themselves. They feel like their family don't give a fuck about it no more.
Right.
So they come to me. So I'm like, damn, little on me, I got so much impact on people. This shit like it's kind of crazy.
Yep.
But I'm like, man, I can't overlook that. Oh, bitch, you crazy. Nah, nigga, you crazy. You going through shit. Cause I dealt with the situation. So now I understand those trigger words that will have people losing themselves or harming themselves. And people that's listening, I know all us on the show, don't give the person that dealing with stuff. let me see how I'm gonna break it down. Like, okay, for instance,
just don't brush them off.
For instance, right, if a person come to you and they dealing with stuff, and then you as a person tell them, yeah, I'm always there for you. I'm there for you anytime you need me. Now we on the show, we in a club, we answer the phone. Now they feel like they ain't got you no more. So don't ever tell a person that you always there for them. Tell them you understand. You will listen to them when you can. Because once you give a person the title that you always gonna be there. Door. Yeah. So that open time when you in a club, brunch, Renegades, Bamboo Room, wherever you at, and you not there to answer the phone for them, then they harm themselves. You're not there for them. So just choose the words that you say to people when you're helping them.
I'm gonna give you guys a or you can look it up, the 800 crisis number that they can call. Or
please.
They can
yeah, you can put in the thing.
Get a hold of someone. You guys can put it on the.
Text it in the thing.
Okay, text it in the comment or text it to the bus.
Put it in the comment. Hey, somebody might need it right now.
I need your Android number, man, so I can stop one messenger to hit you up. But listen, guys, all just aside, right? I done lost 2 of my good friends from high school.
Wow.
From suicide.
Yeah.
And you know what the crazy thing about it is, I mean, I wish now, I mean, I'm not gonna say I wish. Be honest with you now, after I done did my research a few days ago, let me take that back. I don't want to lie. After Boss Lady done her research and enlightened me on what was going on about mental illness, and I'm really like, you know what I'm saying? Both of them boys, one of them hung himself in a closet. The other one drove off on what's that casino? Yeah, that casino with the Hard Rock. Right? He drove the 4th floor, whatever, with his car and
over the edge.
Yeah, and killed himself. You know what I'm saying?
That was him. That was your friend.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. You know what I'm saying, Chris. And the crazy thing about it is that, again, like I said, sadly to say, right? Oh, it was voodoo, because we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm looking at it, man. I'm like, because, don't get me wrong. Even when I heard the story, voodoo or whatever, like, man, I'm not saying I don't believe in voodoo, but like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? We don't like, voodoo don't move us like that. Because those guys, they weren't really in that like that. They weren't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? They were good guys. Especially Chris, the Hard Rock. He was a married dude. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, maybe the image he was trying to portray to his people, his family, you know, because he went to try to gamble some money. Yeah. I get he lost. You feel me? And he like his family going down the drain. He's probably going to lose his life. He had a big house. He was a Navy and shit wasn't working out for whatever the case was. He probably felt like he was losing. He couldn't be the man that he wanted to be for his family and took his own life. But you know, it's voodoo, and nobody really look into it, and life goes on. You know what I'm saying? And when Dante mentioned that about, you know what I'm saying, and he peeped, my thing is, man, and if I do have any Haitians, you know what I'm saying, who's watching this show right now, man, I'm going to share this show again tomorrow and continue to share it, man. Listen, man, we definitely need to do a little wake-up call, man. Let's evaluate the situation before we first jump to you know what I'm saying, voodoo. You know, because, like, it's crazy. A lot of people go through the stuff like, and you know, again, like we were saying in the beginning of the show, you cannot go tell your people somebody bullying you. They're going to tell you, you got to go fight this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to be strong.
And you better win.
Yeah, you better win. Men or women, boys or girls.
See, I got a whooping if I fought. Yeah. I got a whooping when I went home if I fought. So I had to get beat up.
But your brother did?
I actually jumped. My brother was mad at me because I jumped on somebody for him because they were picking up my brother. Oh, Lord. So he got mad at me for that.
Hey, I don't know. I don't mean to jump to conclusions or whatever. Somebody put something in the comment. I don't know if this some bullshit. Did y'all see the comments? Y'all looking at the page?
Hey, listen, man. Now I really want to get to Liz, man. Liz.
So I send money.
Someone please help me feed my kids.
Send money and all this. I don't know if that's a scam, spam, goddamn.
Now I have no hope of what.
Did you see it, man?
No, that's a PayPal, baby.
Yeah, that's that bullshit.
When you begging for money, you got to cash out, bitch.
Yeah.
Baby, all these soup kitchens they got around here, it's somebody to feed your kids.
Hey, I'm looking at that like,
wait. I really wanna get the list now, man, and cause you know, we what he did.
Liz, you want my glasses? Just in case you start crying.
Yeah, I'm gonna need them, babe.
Before we get to Liz, though, I just want to tell all of my ladies, all my friends, that in my group, the Unspoken Illness, this Dr. Ezra is Ezra Allen. I keep calling her a doctor because I know she's going to be a doctor one day. Right now, she's a therapist.
Man, she's a pastor and all right now.
Yeah.
For free, though. I ain't paying.
If you please go to her website, www.socialagecounseling.com. You can read all about what she does there. I told you guys, help is on the way. And now you have the help, you have the resources, you have a person in the minority community that wants to help you, help you ladies. I love you all. I'm so sorry that COVID took over.
Fellas too.
We can only talk on the phone or through Zoom, but you have as Allen here. She's a therapist, certified therapist. www.socialagecounseling.com. Please go to her website and read what they do. It's got the phone number on there. Please give her a call.
Shout out.
That's major love.
And she love to eat. She greedy. She love to eat. So if y'all can't pay, I was just about to say
Pay
it.
me in full.
Y'all come to D Wynds, get a plate and take it to her.
Shout out to Frank, man. Shout out to Frank, man. Watch, man. Y'all know what it is, man. And
big up to everybody, man. Big up to everybody.
Man, please keep sharing because
yes,
my thing is I train to find myself try to laugh at every situation, and one day eventually I will sit down and tell the world my story. It wasn't never pretty for me, and I didn't know what happiness was until I came to America, right? And I always tell people this, man, I don't care what anybody say about America. America has always been great to me. You know what I'm saying? And to be here, right? Boss lady, we've been doing this for so long, going on 5 years now. I opened this podcast. It was never about no money, because if it was about money, I would have been shut down. I ain't getting no money out of this.
Right.
From my living room to this studio
That's
here.
That's dope. It's a studio, baby.
That's right.
It's people like you guys that makes me want to do this forever. Like, cause, I feel like, cause I asked God this one time, right? I said, why the hell I keep dating women with kids? Nigga, I want probably one of the virgin too. What the hell? But then the answer I got from that is, well, the reason I allow you to go through the stuff you went through as a foster child is because you was gonna love some child that wasn't yours.
Yes.
So I had to I had to learn how to love someone that's not mine in order for me to love the kids that I'm dealing with today.
Wow. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I
Man, this ain't Sunday. All this preaching going on tonight.
No, I'm just saying the reason I'm going through this platform, and
that's beautiful though. That
as much as
that boy that good.
As much as I love, as much as my sister here, Liz, she had me rolling. I was sitting right there where she's sitting at last night, and Liz live. I'm live. Let me click on this shit. And then when I tune in, she's like, "Oh, let's talk about these light bills."
Ooh, that bitch is hot.
As much as I laughed, I laughed so hard. But then when she got to this point where she started talking about her situation, I felt like, man.
Ooh, okay, now, wait a minute.
We can't. To me, it was a lot of courage. Cause hell, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man.
Growth,
I'm
man.
a man. I'm a man. I'm an alpha male, and nigga, I don't think I have that much balls to go in and speak about the things I'm going through. Although I know you might help somebody, and she went in. I'm like, man, girl, shut up, cause I want this story tonight. Don't give it all yesterday, And I must say this, man. I want her to elaborate on it a little bit because we tend, like we said earlier, right? We have to be strong.
Yes.
You're a black woman. You got to be strong. You know what I'm saying? You're a black man. You got to be strong. But being strong, I'm not saying being strong is wrong, but you sharing and saving someone else's life is greater than being strong.
Absolutely.
And that's why we talk about the things we talk about. Now, Liz,
you want my glasses?
Sis, let's talk about this a little bit, man.
Look, Manny, you got her crying now.
No,
let's
say
talk
she.
about this a little bit. You know, your situation, and like I said, I have an 18-year-old daughter, about to be 19, who going through depression. Now she's taking medication, but you know, I don't know how good she is. But you know, I'm daddy. You ain't gonna tell me everything. You know what I'm saying? So let's share this story real quick.
So I never thought that I had depression. You know, everybody gets sad, you know. But when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, it was like, I'm the oldest. Okay, you know, my brother, we're a very small family, so death hadn't hit our family in a long time. My brother had died like 10 years before my mom died. So, you know, that was the only death. You know, my grandmother died when I was younger. So for a long time, our family didn't experience death. And when my mom got sick, my mom was so at peace with her cancer that I've never in my life not loved my mom, but I did not love her because she did not want to fight. She didn't want to get the help that was going to save her life. She was okay with going on to glory. And she used to make me so mad, so mad. And I used to always say, Mom, the people said this or the people said that. She said, no, baby, I'm okay. I've already had my talk with God. I need for you to be able to be okay with this and help your brother, which meaning my younger brother, my baby brother. And I'm the oldest, and I literally raised my sister and brother. My mom had me at a young age, so my mom was a club junkie. So my sister and brother continued to call me mom until I was 16 and I had my own kids. So I was mom to my sister and brother. So my mom would say, I just want you to make sure that your brother gonna be okay with this. And I'm like, damn, I got to hold my strength, my brother's strength, my kid's strength, and everybody else's strength.
At 16.
So when my mom passed, it was like, damn, I'm depressed. What am I gonna do without my mom? My mom was my everything. Depression hit. I didn't get up. I didn't want to do nothing. I would go to work, sit at my desk. My performance at work, and I'm a property manager, became zero. I quit my job. Family, I got, you know, my people. He like, damn, you stop doing what you doing. You stop being Liz. I don't even know how to be Liz at this point. So I said, well, I'm going to go to counseling. I got to talk to somebody because I'm the type of person, I got a best friend, I love her to death, but she can't help me with this because she going through her own issues. My sister can't help me with this because we're both dealing with the same thing. I'm the strong person, I'm going to counseling. So my counselor was like, you know what, let's put you on some pills because me, myself, depression pills, it's not for everybody. I'm a very, very happy person. I'm a outlandish person, I would say. Those pills had me to the point that I couldn't enjoy life. I didn't want to enjoy life, but I was okay. I didn't have those thoughts of committing suicide or hurting myself or actually taking pain pills. I was taking pain pills and wasn't nothing wrong with me. I wasn't hurting, but it would make me sleep to the point that I did not have to think about helping my kids through school, taking care of my house, nothing. As long as I'm asleep, the world is asleep. And when I got up, okay, I'm gonna take another one. And it got to the point that I could feel it. It was making my stomach hurt. I knew for a fact, I know took so many pills, it's making my stomach hurt. I got acid reflux. You name it, I had it in such a short period of time. So I go to counseling, and I'm a firm believer in counseling. I pay my copay every time I go. It gave me a place that I can sit and cry, laugh. I tell anybody that wants to go to counseling, those people not there to tell you what to do. They're there to help you. You know, I can go and not go for a month, she's going to read back to me what we discussed and say, well, hey, how did that situation play out? Well, this is what I decided to do. It's never, well, you have to do that. And I think people are so judgmental when it comes to that, that they don't want to tell America and the world that they have a problem. I can deal with it. I couldn't deal with it no longer. It literally was killing me. And what I decided to do, one day I was sitting home, and I'll never forget it. It was raining outside. We got a hurricane something. Nobody was home, and I'm sitting there. And I said, if I take my life today, what's going to happen?
My God.
If I decide that I don't want to be here no more, are my kids going to be okay?
Wow.
My kids not going to be okay. I promised my mama that I was going to take care of my brother. If I take my life, who going to take care of my brother? Who going to keep calling my brother to make sure he okay? But who's calling to check on me? Because, you know, after funerals and after services, everybody else world go back to normal. We still battling with our parents and our kids and all of that.
Phone calls stop.
I had 3 in a 3 years period, boy.
That I bust a blood vessel in my eye. So my people came home and say, why your eye like that? I said, oh, nothing. I got my pills out. I'm finna take this whole, because I don't want to do this no more. And to have somebody come in a room and see that, and they look at you like, you would really take you away from me, and I need you here. I knew for a fact that I can't leave this earth. There's too many people here that's counting on me. I need to count on myself. I need to be able to hold myself accountable for the decision that I was going to make, and the decision that I probably couldn't have came back from. And then my kids would have to go through what I went through when I didn't have my mama. I couldn't do that. And I fought, and I fight every day. Sorry, y'all.
It's okay. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
You good.
I fight every day just to not have that demon on me, because that's a demon. That is a spirit that if you don't catch it, it'll take you to a place that you don't want to come.
It tells you what to do.
From. So
it talks to you.
I apologize.
It's okay. Cause see, I mean, I'm gonna share with you real quick, man.
Thank you.
The reason I'm hurt, man, and I ain't a crying top ass nigga, man. You know, cause my older brother, you know, my mom first child, right? Okay, he the firstborn. This dude here, man, I remember.
Dang, Manny, you
come
about
on,
to
babe. Come on now.
Oh, boy, my dog. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I remember one time.
This one got so deep.
My aunt.
That's a man now.
Yeah, my dog.
Beat me so much. My mom's sister beat me so much for some petty out, man. I came in when I was 12, so I had to be about what 9, 10. She beat me so much, my hands swelled so big.
My God.
But my older brother, he's the firstborn. He always feel like he got to be the protector.
Yeah.
And he went out there. We went and got water and at the well and shit like that in Haiti. And they jumped on me. They twist my hand. I was crying. And the first thing he did, based on everything he see around him, he grabbed a knife. Because that's all he witnessed was violence.
Oh,
and he was only 14, 15. I remember he took the knife, he went out there. I think he did stab somebody, but they jumped on him. You know, they jumped on him. And fast forward, we came to America. He was Haitian American, you know. It was a big fight, and he was still young. We came here, by that time, he probably was 16, whatever. Now, today, his record is fucked. He jacked up because he always felt like he had to be the protector. And I was talking to him, man, not too long ago, man, he hurts. His whole life fucked up. because he had to be the protector.
Yep.
He's the firstborn. You know, and it's crazy that the hand was dealt with. And you know, like I said, preparing for the show, before I could have called him fucked up, nigga, you throw, nigga, you tripping. Hey, this ain't life. Before that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was going through something.
Yep. Maybe.
Yep.
He witnessed so much as a little boy.
Yeah, it's possible.
You know what I'm saying? To sit there to witness your youngest suffering and you was in charge. And nigga, you a kid yourself. You know? I was talking to my second older brother the other day. I told him, man, listen, man, we gotta learn, we gotta start forgiving him and help him as much as we can. Because guess what? He was there to fight our battles.
Yep. Yep.
And who was there to fight his?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And listen to you talk, man. It's fucked up how we got it set up for us black folks. Yeah. And this is one of the reasons why you might see mental illness or mental health, however you want to call it, is so big in our community. Because we had a fucked up hand to deal with.
Yep, yep.
Now, okay, we probably say he was a boy, he probably was stronger, whatever the case may be. You had a lot to deal with. Your sister's calling your mom before you was even 16.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We fucked up. And, you know, and like my brother, man, like, bro, like, this dude missed my dad's funeral because he was locked up.
That's
because violence was his first solution to every situation.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, he was quick for me to judge him back then. I'm like, nigga, it's your, nigga, how old you is that bitch? You about 47, 48. Nigga, you still thugging? That's it, we used to do the way we young. But guess what? If that's all he knows.
That's all he knows.
That's all he gonna do.
That's how he gonna solve his problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
So, it's crazy, man. This shit is hard. And to see that we all going through the same, it's like a circle, whether you're Haitian, American, Spanish, whatever the fuck you're from. It's you one of us, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I wish, I told my brother now, you know, and I wish he could understand. I'm praying that they understand where I'm coming from.
Is he out now, Manny, or he's still locked up? Is he out or he locked up?
He's out, but only God knows for how long. I'm not wishing no bad on him because the mentality we have, and he's the oldest. He always feel like he has to protect something. Now he be calling me, I'm like, bro, I'm 43 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've been out in the street with you, but I'm past that. But to him, he's still stuck on that. I'm the oldest, I gotta protect. You know what I'm saying? And I pray that we come to realize, man, this ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit here after the show here. I'm gonna sit there and preach mental illness to. Nah, I'm not. But one thing I'm gonna do say though. One thing I know for a fact, we have to take a different approach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't necessarily have to be voodoo, man. Yeah. Just because that's what your number one religion is in your country, that don't mean that's what it is all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And
you also
I'm glad you could find help for.
You have to believe in prayer. You know, I tell people all the time that, you know, doctors are here to heal. They are not here to cure you. You have to believe in God and trust God and have just that little bit of faith, you know, that God is going to get you through what you are doing. You know, I ain't trying to preach or nothing like that, but I tell people all the time that, you know what, doctors are good and we can praise them all we want to, but baby, it's God.
You got to pray
it's God that gave them that gift to diagnose you properly, to heal you, not to cure you. And Dr. Allen, you know, Lolly has a question. He wants to know if you think my childhood has anything to do with my diagnosis. Now, honestly, Lolly, that's something that I never really even thought about. I never thought to ask my psychiatrist or my therapist about that. But now I'm wondering, is that possible?
Yeah. Can I say something about what she said? I want to say this, but I don't want to sound harsh.
No,
we as black people, our first thing is to run to God. But sometimes God don't answer our prayers soon as we open our mouths.
That's true.
We got to sit still and wait for God to say, you know what, I'm gonna do that. But while I'm waiting, I'm still suffering. Why am I still suffering when you got paid people? We got people like you that allow us to come and say what's on our mind, because God already knows it's here. God knows what we're thinking. God knows our next 10 steps. But while we sitting and we waiting for God, I really feel like, why can't I go to counseling and sit? Because I can call you and tell you how I feel, but you, not saying you, but I can call Manny and tell Manny how I feel, but Manny already going through his battle. Why would I put that more pressure on him? And I think we got to realize that we can go to counseling and still go to God. Why as black people we can't have both? Why we got to choose one? I'm gonna keep praying to God. God gonna do it. Trust me, God gonna do it. But that counselor, that paid professional, is also gonna do it too.
That's
Why
right.
I can't have the best of both worlds?
Hey, hold on before you talk. Sis, you said this earlier about people, when you go live, people on Facebook motivate you to be better. You just like, you might not know, your words might motivate somebody else that's hurting to be better.
Right.
So if you feel like, even if I'm dealing with shit, if you feel like you got to talk to me, I'ma still listen. You're like, damn, I could approach this the same way I taught my sister. I could approach my situation better to be a better person. So just because people got something going on, your words can still motivate them to be a better person.
Right, but you know what? When you a person like me, we take on everybody.
Yeah.
Who gonna take on all of that? You take on
When
all
we
of
gonna
that
take
weight.
that to? Because we know we taking it to God, because if you got a praying friend at the door, she finna take it to God.
Yeah, right.
But what do I do with it after then? What am I?
See, I think this is God's way. Like your question is like, is therapists out there? God done answered a lot of people who are looking at this broadcast, a lot of people that are seeing each one of us talk to each other. I think that this may be God's way. Like a lot of the women in my group, they are minorities. I have no white people in my group, but
we love y'all.
Women, y'all, if y'all are watching, I sent each one of y'all a separate text message, and I asked y'all to please tune in live because we have a real therapist. A lot of y'all call me asking me, do I know anybody? I gave you referrals. You don't want to talk to anybody that's white. Here you go.
That's what I get. Do anybody know any
She
black,
borderline
colored?
white. She borderline.
Colored.
She a little real Caucasian.
We don't.
No, that's sis, bro. I love her, girl.
She'll like bright, but trust me.
Love sis,
Like I
bro.
said, you go to her website, www.socialagecounseling.com, and you can read about what she does. She is there for the minority. Ladies, you have kids that are being bullied that are in
That's
my
what
group.
I love. That
You
got kids,
You
because I
have
kids.
this.
Boy, them
You
children.
have this.
And you
Here.
listen.
They
The
wide
thing
open,
about
too.
her is, man.
That's
Them kids.
Here.
The thing about her is, man, and
Talk to black people that's gonna relate to them
that
and what they
can
grew up with.
understand
Yeah.
what we're going
And
through.
you're here. You are a
I love-
godsend. Honestly, I had no idea.
It's
All my doctors are white. I kid you not.
I love I love the energy my sister here, my queen Vickey, done put in pushing this young lady, and this is what we need to do is, and one thing I can testify about this young lady here, beside that, this and man go way back, is the fact that she is so humble with it, right? She. And you want to, whether you go to a doctor or whatever it is, you want somebody who's gonna make you feel comfortable, and she does that. You know what I'm saying? She
People
listens.
have no idea what it's like to just sit there and hold stuff in and not have nobody to talk to that you feel comfortable with. Because let me tell you something. I always think about good times and how white people don't really relate. And I'm not being prejudiced or anything, but people can't. I sit there and I think, like, when Florida don't want to give away money and stuff like that, come on now. When we was growing up, we knew that as black people, we was going to keep that money.
But you know what? I want to say
get out the ghetto.
Florida was the reason. And I'm
that
change,
was hell bad.
I'm going to change the because I see you finna cry. Florida was the reason why that family was still poor. They had so many licks and hookups to get out the ghetto, and Florida didn't want none of that. And she was the reason why they struggled.
To all my Caucasian people, lets me come up, resources, understanding what a connect that. That's all my white people.
James had plenty connects. James was finna go on the church tour with the people, and she talking about she don't want him to. He just getting the money. You ain't worried about him preaching, and that's one of my favorite shows. So
now, Dynamite.
The Queen wants you. The Queen wants you.
We gotta listen.
Oh, y'all want to eat?
We gotta let Issa answer that question Lolly asked.
So let me back it up again to
the
comment that she made, Liz made. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, because I made a post the other day and I said that faith without works is dead.
Absolutely.
So you can't just have faith and sit on your ass and not do nothing.
Thank you.
You have to and therapy is the work.
Is the work.
It is.
So
in the lab, babe. That's it. That was
no, don't eat it yet.
So to answer the question, 100%, our childhood molds us into being who we will become. And that's why I was saying earlier, it depends on the biological, the hereditary, what we took in from genetics, how our parents raised us. Because as Manny talked a lot about culture, your culture molds you into thinking how you do it, the religion, everything. Then it's the environment, who you were raised around, the peers, the friends, the company you keep matters a lot.
Yes.
And then you have to think about the nutritional wise. A lot of people don't think what you eat, how you exercise, all that.
My food good. D Wynds events. Y'all want to eat a plate? Oh, sorry.
So another thing too is sometimes we have something that's called predisposed. Like we may be predisposed to a certain disease or an illness, and it don't come out full throttle until stress hits us.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something too. You said earlier about thank your uncle. Do you think mental health is a genetic thing?
See, that's what
certain disorders can.
Certain disorders I learned from my psychiatrist, not my therapist, that certain disorders are inherited, which is why they ask you when you go to a doctor, they give you a sheet and they ask you if certain illnesses are in there. And I'm always very hesitant to check off that one that says mental illness. I'm very hesitant to check that off because, like I said, I never knew what it was until I became an adult. So we're talking about, I was born in 67. I'm going to be 55 next Friday, so I'm not ashamed to say
happy birthday.
Yo, young ass.
Thank
you.
Woo!
You know black don't crack.
Leos. Yes, Leos. August 13th, Leos, baby. What you said?
But you know what?
See, Android, iPhones. Oh, see how we do? We was good at first.
But you know, like I said, I'm very hesitant, and the doctors always say, "Oh, you missed a question," and I'm like, "Well, I don't think I really did because I don't know because he's the only one that I knew." But then again, I found out later what that thing was. He was taking Prozac was one of them. He was taking another Remarax or I don't know if it's Remerol or something like that. And I wonder, it's just, I was just curious. So I can't really say I know he had Parkinson because he shook a lot, and when he didn't take his medication, he would run away from the house and my mama would have to call my daddy in Fort Lauderdale. And that's another thing. When I was 14, my parents got divorced. And my mama would have to call my daddy because that's really my dad's brother. But my Uncle D told my daddy, Sally divorcing you. She ain't divorcing me. I'm staying here. So I could never understand, why you taking care of your brother-in-law anyway? That's my daddy brother.
Your mama name was Sally?
Yeah, Sally Pearl.
Ooh.
My dear.
That why she got them kids. That's how you got Sally Mae.
That's
student loan.
Sally Mae with the walk.
So you see, I mean, I'm very hesitant about answering that question because I don't know anybody else, and for years, nobody in my family knew that I was going through this, and I didn't tell anybody because I was ashamed that people gonna tell me I'm crazy. And so, honestly, I had a friend on the phone one day years ago, and me and him just having a little simple conversation, and out of nowhere, he told my girl, "You so crazy," and I stopped him dead in his. I said, "Don't call me crazy," and he's like, "Huh?" I said, "Wait a minute, did you hear me?" I said, I ain't care what he was saying. I'm like, "Don't call me crazy." He told me, "Oh, I'm sorry." He said, "I forgot you be going to the doctor." I said, "Okay, I'm just saying, don't call me crazy." And he said, "Vickey, I'm sorry." He said, "I forgot." You know, so sometimes that sets me off. You know, when somebody says somebody crazy, you don't know what that person going through.
I never knew it till tonight because you always been. Well, I can't even say that no more.
You always been.
Yeah, you been cool. You been vibing. You been. I can't even say crazy. You been good.
I've been delivered.
I ain't talking about the. I'm talking about far as I'm talking about far as your story. Yeah. You know, I see you. We vibe in the club. Well, you crazy as hell. But now you would see that. If you come to me and say, "Dante, don't say that," now I understand. Now you understand. Cause I've been knowing, like you say, I've been knowing for a while.
Long time.
So we've been vibing, cooling.
Another thing I want to say too, in reference to just a childhood development. If you go through any trauma, too, in life, and trauma is subjective. So what might be trauma for me might not be trauma for you. So if you feel or you deem that was traumatic for me, you have to meet that child where they're at.
Right.
If that child does not get help moving forward to processing, learning new skills, and healing from that trauma, they're going to always be there mentally.
Do you
they
think
could be 35 years old, but still act like that 13-year-old who's in that trauma?
Do you think the parents don't want to label their child as that?
Embarrassment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we don't even
but you know what?
Bad. Like, it's a reflection on us.
Man, I got him on camera, little Timmy the stamp. That ain't my baby. You Photoshop that. That ain't my baby, that stamp. That's the daddy side. That nigga daddy crazy. He from the row.
I show you the videos from the bus.
Yeah. That ain't my child. No, his hair wasn't like that yesterday. That wasn't him.
He wet it today.
Yeah, that ain't even him.
Yeah, we as parents sometimes we like to take what other people think about us more important than what we really should be doing.
Right.
Dog, come on.
You know your child is crazy, well, bad as hell. You know your child bad, but you don't want the people to label your child as having an issue. You got to sit back and realize, okay, my child might be a little.
This is my thing. I'm gonna cut you off real quick because now this is two different things between a child being a child and a child being crazy, right? To me, like, okay, my son right now, right? My son is 3 years old, and now he's talking, but about a month or so ago, he would have still talked, but he would talk when he feel like it, right? And I'm not gonna bring no color into it, but white folks was like, "Oh,
this ain't gonna bring no color."
Put him on ADHD. Put him on some medication. Clonidine.
Motherfucker. Albert Einstein then started speaking when he was 5. This little nigga here was just turned 3.
Right.
Cause I feel like, okay, we have to know when it is a problem. Like when that happened to my son, I said, man, I don't want my son. I told boy lady, listen, man, listen, fuck these people. They don't want my son. The only thing is, he's with yours every day. Put him around some kids, he gonna talk. Cause we competitive kids. When they get around kids, they move different. He with your ass. You out here busy working. Like, go over there, go play with your toys, and put on TV on for him. You know what I'm saying? You not communicating with him. But my thing is, how you gonna automatically put a label on him
already?
You know what I'm saying? And without even ask questions, like, I wouldn't even defend my kids. If you was slow, I was like, nigga, if your head bobbing, nigga, listen.
Him downstairs.
Come here, little tank.
Mama told her to beat me.
You know what I'm saying?
Downstairs.
And I told my lady, I told boss lady, I said, babe, listen, man, this is my son. You're not just raising any son right here. You raising a mini junior. That's on God. I say, see, he a man. He don't talk much.
That's right.
But when he open his mouth, niggas game time.
You know what it is. Absolutely.
Like, his sister be crying. He'll take the pacifier out of his mouth. Here, shut up.
So he understands.
And he go back to his phone.
So he know what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he moves.
Yeah, he breastfeed.
He was like, he'll sit in the car, pinky in his mouth. He's watching cartoon on his phone.
What is called?
The pinky. That was his mama said.
It's called a binky.
Binky. What? Tomato. What? I don't know. Mama said binky. Whatever. But right, he be out there with the binky in his mouth, and she start crying. He'll take it out. He'll shut up and go back to the phone.
Nothing.
And I told his mama, see, he don't talk much.
That's a protector. He's
but then when it's game time, okay, I'm gonna make sure you good. Here, have this shit. And that's how he move. I said, listen, man, I name him after me. That's Junior. That's Mini Manny. He's gonna move how I move. Now, no matter what I do on social media, the world don't know it. I said, that's how he gonna be. The world is not gonna know what he does. He gonna move in silence. So I said, don't listen to these white folks who telling you, oh, he needs to talk now. Because guess what? I swear to God, when he needs to talk,
he gonna talk.
Oh, he gonna talk.
And he gonna talk
he
big
gonna
talk.
shut up.
Yeah,
Nigga.
and take his phone. He gonna be like,
right.
it's mine.
You gonna get tired of him talking
You
too.
know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I feel like, yes, we
Mental
need to be
health
aware of our children and see what's going on and how to avoid the situation.
Hey, Tika.
I agree, and I want to piggyback on that too, and two folds to it. One, yes, as parents, we got to be the biggest advocate for our children.
Yep.
And we around them every day, so we know their every move. If they walk in that door right now and they face a certain way, you know
we
what's
know
wrong,
exactly.
right? So you got to be the biggest advocate for your kids.
Which one
now,
of
when
badass kids fuck with you?
Now, it's not always bad, but you don't. And I'm one. I don't ever push
their ass in their throat.
especially with kids,
Right.
Because they need to develop.
Right.
But at the same token, or on the flip side, you also want to monitor things because, like, if they're for autism, let's say, if they're not making eye contact, or if they're just like not being socially aware where they are, or you notice that everybody, all the kids in the corner playing, and the kids in the corner, something's wrong. You just want to monitor.
Big facts.
Being that advocate for them. With ADHD, if they can't focus, if they always somewhere, they're knocking things around, and me, especially with boy children, I put them in sports first. I put them to let them, release that energy, but at the same time, you got to still monitor and be that advocate for them, so to speak, and just kind of paying attention to your kids, because you always want the best for them, right? But you don't ever want something to be wrong, and then you ignore the signs or symptoms, and then later on, they suffering.
Right.
Now, I do that, man. But listen, guys, we're hitting up 2 hours. I know some of these ladies got to drive far. Yeah, we're an hour and 48 minutes into the show, man. Listen, I'm going to ask you guys this before we wrap it up, man. Listen, guys, I need y'all to bring it back again. I don't know if it's once every 2 months, but I definitely need us to come back and as you could, I had a lot of people who wanted to call tonight, but I ain't gonna lie. I got so busy I forgot to set up the phone line. That's a whole other story.
Regular bit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that next time because
I
had this one girl who saw the flyer and inboxed me. She said, "Listen, I'm gonna be in New Orleans, but if there's a way I can call." I told her yeah, but I forgot to set the phone line. I'm gonna do that next time.
You should have said yeah, right. You can't call because he forgot.
But my thing is, and I always say this, man, and we are the ones, right, to educate our people.
Yes, most definitely.
Me, my thing is, right now at my age, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm far from being racist. I grew up in a Christian home. I believe we all God's children, and there's one race, that's the human race.
Exactly.
But I just cannot process too much from white folks. Like, every time I say white folks, I'm like, nigga, you lying to me now.
Because they don't understand.
They don't season their chicken.
Yeah.
They don't season their chicken.
And to be sitting here and listen to Vic or Liz, Dante, I can't relate. You know what I'm saying? I can relate because I've been there. You know what I mean? But I feel like we definitely need to keep talking, keep screaming.
Absolutely.
It's each one, teach one.
Hey, Issa.
Yes,
And
yes, sir.
When you first got on the show, and we was in the military, Southern, whatever the hell it was, and my boy had a fence up about mental health. he was da 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 da. That ain't true. That ain't this. Da, da, da. I grew up this stuff. But when I seen my boy cry tonight, it's growth. You got to have growth about every. You can't have your fence up by everything. Even though my boy say fence, you can't have your guard up by everything. Relationships, your spiritual, whatever it is. Don't have your fists up all the time till you understand.
All the time.
I never no fence up. He was never
you didn't understand.
Up. He was always, this is how I am.
Right.
Once I believe in something, right, I'ma stand on it.
Right.
And this is me all the way around. And I was having this conversation with Boss Lady earlier today. I said, Boss Lady, I stand 10 toes down behind everything I say.
Right.
But the only thing about me is, Liz, if I'm wrong, I'm going to come back and right my wrong.
Right.
Hey, Liz, baby, hey, listen, I was tripping. I didn't know.
Right.
Well, just shit. This is what destroying our people.
Understanding
as a nation.
Understanding is key.
Right? We'll stand behind being real. But what being real is to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because me, whether you like me or not, I'm going to say how I feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you like me or not, to me, that's being real. Whether you like me or not, I'm going to say how I feel. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, I love Dante. No, there's no buts about it. If I love you, nigga, I love you, bro.
That's right.
Wrong or right.
Yeah.
I had this one of my homeboy who hit me up the other day. He hit me up. He's like, you mad at me, bro? I'm like, nah, man, I'm good on you. I'm not mad at you. I'm good on you. He said, please, bro, I'm begging you, man. Don't give up on me. I know I've been fucking up, but please don't give up on me. And when I told Boss Lady that, cool, but I said, let me tell you something. God didn't give up on me.
That's right.
If God forgive me, I gotta forgive others.
Yes. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like we quit I can't be that dude. If I don't forgive him, I will never find forgiveness.
That's right.
So even having you guys on this platform, that's a blessing.
It is.
But if I keep saying it's all about then guess what's gonna happen? God's gonna close the door. The day I want you to come through, you're gonna have something coming, you're gonna have something going on, she's gonna have something. I'm gonna be by myself. I can't do the show without you guys. I don't know this about this mental health stuff. I need you guys.
Each one
but
teach
if
one.
I keep making it all about DJ Manny, God's gonna close the door, man. It's not about me.
And this is a good example of what it's like when the question was posed in reference to your childhood. Because coming from a Haitian background, they do not believe in mental health.
Right.
Wow.
Well, boy said that on the show.
Again,
Are you
That
serious?
culture,
Do not.
that culture.
And
dog said that.
tough people
He
to
said
kind of say, like, educate them and say they believe in what they believe, and that's it.
And especially
And then
today,
you got
when they
older.
said excessive drinking, I'm like, okay, this is too much for me. I stopped. Listen, nigga.
Hey, I drank like a motherfucker.
You talking about drinking now?
No, man, you having this platform, you're opening it up to other people.
Right,
that's going to be
right.
something that's very helpful for them to
We
be
have to
accepted.
do it because, and the reason why I want to push it in our black community, like to find people like Liz and Vic who opens up about it. Like we too prideful, man. Black folks, you know how we move. You feel me? Like.
And another thing too, we like to see the faults in other people. And
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't like to claim our
And
own.
we fucked up too.
Right.
Hey,
And
I-
I always speak
Go
on.
ahead.
I do two things on my personal page. I do Relationship Monday, where if it's a man and woman, woman and man, I do. We talk about relationships. On Thursday, I do Therapy Thursday, and always remember they may not be on here right now.
They
but
watch
they gonna go
They
back.
gonna
Yeah, they
watch.
go back and watch.
They gonna go back and
You
watch.
never take nothing down
definitely.
because you
No.
don't know where this video gonna go.
Yeah.
That video from last
That's right.
night and the week before that. Always make sure if they ain't here now, they gonna come.
They go watch.
They gonna watch and
They
they
gonna
gonna hit you up and they gonna share it with somebody else. Hey, did you watch that? So I always say you can't worry about who at the table right now. They gonna come.
Worry about the motherfucker
And you
coming
gotta
to the door.
be prepared.
Big fat.
And I'm gonna say this. I called DJ Manny and I told him the first person that came out of my mind was Liz Taylor and her Therapy Thursday creation.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she did.
And And the reason why I say that is because I've received so many phone calls, and I don't know how many times I can express to people, listen, there are other people going through what you do, even though it's just once a week, but she's there and she'll give you, you know, some direction. But you have to inbox her and ask her, how did you begin therapy? Do you think your doctor would take me? You know, those questions that you ask me, you know, is your doctor white or black? I have a white doctor.
I'm
sorry, all my doctors are white.
Funny when people ask me, I say, I don't want to go to my doctor's appointment and I see you coming out of it.
You know,
they're like, what doctor you go to? I'm like, chill, listen. Now, it's a big practice. I do not want to see all my Facebook friends.
But like I said, you have these two ladies here with you.
All my life I had to fight.
I don't want y'all to call me when y'all going through it because I know it took y'all a lot. It is. My group has been going on for a while, for like 3 years, and then COVID hit. And unfortunately, I had after I got it built up to over 20 ladies, I had speakers coming in, and then COVID hit, and we had to cut it out. And you know, what was I gonna do? You know, my ladies, my boys, my girls, you know, they're in my meetings, and they don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell them. I've given them printouts. I've emailed them stuff. They don't have the insurance.
A lot of people are hands-on.
Yeah.
I am that. You can put a book in front of me, boy. I'm gonna get the page number 2 and be like, yeah, just take me to the class.
Okay.
You know, I want the teacher in front of me. So a lot of people don't want to read a paper.
That's true.
They want to actually be physical.
That's true.
You know,
and I even gave everybody in my group, I gave them a journal, and I said, and I was only doing it once a month. But the thing is, I asked them. When I first started, I gave everybody a journal, and I said, listen. I said, write down your thoughts for the day. I said, and when we have our next meeting, bring those thoughts with you to the meeting. I've had speakers to come to the meeting and speak on molestation. I've had them come speak on their childhood trauma, what caused their depression, their divorces, you know, things that kids talked about how they were bullied in school. I've had kids talk about how they used to cut themselves and nobody knew. And the thing is, they didn't feel comfortable talking to a Caucasian doctor because a Caucasian doctor won't understand the ghetto. They won't understand the hood, because where I come from, in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with 9 people at 114 South Ninth Avenue.
Lord,
baby, you can't tell me that there's one Caucasian person in this world that's gonna understand that. They don't know what it's like. I ain't got no privacy.
There was a lot of pissing in that house.
Hey man, when I tell you
that one bedroom kept getting clogged up. I mean, one bathroom. I'm sorry.
I do want to say, go ahead,
go, baby.
So I always end my lives with my life motto. You're either a person's breakdown or their breakthrough. Be mindful of how you treat people.
We're going to have no final words.
You never know. You just may be all that a person has to love. Thank you.
I was going to say that. Them bitch a little lover.
They so cute.
Them bitch a little good.
Hey,
we're going to have no final words. We're going to have no final words.
Oh, my God.
It's 2 hours. It's 10 o'clock, man. Listen.
It's 10 o'clock.
And you know what's crazy is I'm going to tell you this, man. My sister here has somewhere to be, but... I heard her little metro alarm went off, and she's
damn metro. Jesus.
Metro? Who got a metro?
I don't know.
Nah, I ain't got no metro.
Baby, we got T-Mobile over here.
You went from Android to Metro.
Oh, that's what I meant. Android. Listen though, what you say?
I'm trying to get a hold of me right now.
Easy pay.
They might be stop that.
All jokes aside, man. Listen, whatever or whomever you want to surround yourself with, make sure they're genuine. Make sure they're real. Make sure they're there for you, man. Because I'm gonna tell you this: I couldn't do this show without these people you see on this platform here.
Thank you for having me.
God, man, you been to have your own show. Talking about,
I told her that.
And that was when she was. Hey, Vic, that was when this was in my house. She like, I brought her to Henny Talk. The other day, she made a phone. She shared a memory. She like, oh, when y'all gonna bring me back? Stop. Don't play with me, man.
He was like, you can come tonight.
I'm telling you.
My thing is,
needed to be addressed, and you have a great problem.
I don't.
Thank you.
One thing about me is, I tell everybody this. I don't want to be here 7 days a week. But I never ask nobody to do nothing for me I can do for myself.
Absolutely.
I will handle this 7 days a week if I have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But when I see people like Lee's, I'm like, man, come on, man. And My thing is, you know how many people I reach out to?
Doc got to get me through my procrastination phase.
You know what? I tell people this, man. I got a couple of people. You know, the reason I don't have show 7 days a week here is because every black person I reach out to, they're worrying about money.
They want to charge, yeah.
And I said, listen, man, I don't need you. DJ Manny's not a name. I'm that nigga.
That's right.
Come on. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Y'all gonna see very soon. I post a picture. You commented on it with the suit. I will open my Bible. I will preach a whole sermon. Awesome. And guess what? I will go to the meeting in Riviera and represent my people professionally. But guess what? I don't want to do that. I want all of us to hold hands and overcome the situation we're going through. Right. It's not about me. Because guess what? If I say what I really want to say, I might get deported.
Oh, Lord.
But guess what? Y'all born
ain't got
here.
a green card
this
yet.
Is y'all country. Black America, this is y'all country. Y'all got to stand with me. I don't want to stand by myself.
Yeah.
But Liz, what I'm saying is, I'm glad though, even though you didn't come be a part of UGTv, although you still is, but you still doing what you're doing. I love it. Ever since I get to watch it, I watch it. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being positive.
Thank you.
And then, you know what I'm saying? And God gonna bless you, man. That's all it is.
Yes, he is.
Listen, I've not yet to get no money from UGTv, but I'm going 5 years. I never asked nobody to buy me a bottle of Tito's. That's the cheapest drink ever.
I asked you if you wanted a bottle now.
No, baby.
I sent you pictures of my liquor cabinet.
You said, listen, you did, but guess what? By the grace of God, I'm good. If I take yours, then I'm being greedy.
No, you're not. That's a gift.
When you came here, what happened?
I'm not going to drink
I opened a new bottle.
I'm not going to drink it.
Guess what? The day I can't buy my bottle of Hennessy, I'm going to call you. I'm going to say, sis,
hey, I'm down.
You saw the bottles of Hennessy in there. You saw it. Hey.
So with that being said, man, before we wrap it up, D-Win, talk to me. You're the first one at the edge right now. Let the people know.
My final words?
Okay. Oh, we got food in the back, guys.
And we got food.
Yes.
We got food.
I sure want to
ready to eat.
Please, love. Get with us, lady. Let's set this food for these ladies, for the guests to go on with, man. No, they don't want to eat in front of us.
I ain't want to eat because you know how I want to eat. It ain't.
I just want some Dante.
It ain't ladylike. I don't need y'all to
probably got to warm it up.
I haven't had it in years, so that's why I want me.
You probably got to warm the food up because it been about 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Come on, let's go.
I don't want nobody to judge me how bad I'm gonna go off on this plate.
It don't matter. I will not judge you, sis. I will not judge you. That's why I say, do you need Rasta pasta?
Rasta pasta.
Lot of mercy.
Ready.
Rasta pasta.
Rasta pasta.
I'm American, but I still got a Rasta pasta. Lot of mercy. Everybody bow your heads and say grace, grace. Oh, okay.
Wait, because I was like, we finna pray
see you bow your head.
I was ready.
Jesus well. Oodles and noodles. I appreciate everybody on the show that told a story, that told life lessons. Every day, every time I'm on a podcast, every time I'm on Facebook, every time I'm living, I try to give somebody life lessons, motivation to be better. Y'all ladies on the show, us too, me and my boy on the show, we gave these people life lessons. Understand what life is. Never take these 24 hours for granted.
Absolutely.
Stop living off yesterday upsets. Focus on the present. Yes. Focus on the future. Because yesterday upsets can motivate you to be better in the future.
Yes.
So I salute these ladies that came on the show. I knew, my brother too, I knew it was going to be an emotional show. I was saying that shit all week. It's going to be an emotional show. Sis said, get your Kleenex, get your towels, get everybody. Get everything you need to wipe these tears. And it was very emotional, but very positive words. You know what I'm saying? It was everybody dealing with stuff. I don't care if it's a little mental illness or a big mental illness. Everybody dealing with it. People that's on here now, a lot of y'all probably gone, but y'all will listen to it. Like Sis said, y'all will look at it.
Yep.
Stop hiding your pain.
Yeah.
Let your pain out.
Yeah.
Because if you keep hiding your pain, the pain will keep going on.
It's gonna keep hurting.
And then you gonna keep hurting. Like bro said his mom is high pain. After he 2 months, he old as hell right now. But I'm sorry. He is understand. He understand it right now. But you can't hold grudges forever. Understand what you did as a person.
Accountability.
Yeah, understand your fuck up. You can't keep taking your fuck up in the next person's life. You know what I'm saying? So just understand your life, understand your wisdom, far as life, understand your reasoning why you here. Understand you as a person to make everything around you better. D Wynds.
D Wynds.
That's yours.
Oh,
Vic, baby.
So that's yours.
That's yours.
Vic, talk to me. Talk to me, Vic. Talk to me.
My last words to everybody is just to love yourself more, to realize you need help, and don't be afraid to reach out to any one of us. You know, you have this. You can look at UGTv, Network5, and send a message. DJ Manny, officially ezsa, Taylor Elizabeth or Liz Taylor, send a message. Vickey Brooks, Dante Wynds. You know, if you feel that you or anyone else that you know of that is suffering from depression, bipolarism, schizophrenia, or may have some sort of mental illness, just be mindful of that. Keep an eye on them, and, you know, give us a call or a message and say, you know, hey, I think, you know, this person's going through that, you know, but I do suggest that you reach out to therapist Allen here, Dr. Allen. And again, that website is www.socialagecounseling.com. The phone number is on there. Please reach out to her and get that help that you need or the help that your family member needs. I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it. And thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And we will plug the website, even though sis got that down pack. I don't know how the hell she got that down pack.
Cause I need it.
Yeah, she do. Shit, I got lost at www. I don't know what else.
Them 3 W's messed me up. I be 4 W's in and still.
Cause I need it, so I remember it. Trust me, I done locked the phone number in my phone already.
That's what's up. That's dope. That's dope.
My beautiful sister, man. Liz, talk to me, baby.
I want to
girl, before you say anything, man, that makeup and that dress, girl. Hey, who doing that? The smiling shit.
Nice,
hey, where bro at? Put bro on the phone. Put bro on the line.
Peach on black. Give him that grill. Give him that grill. Give him that grill, Liz. Show him them teeth.
Y'all see? Hey, y'all see her tomorrow? She gonna be cussing somebody out, talking about P-Valley and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Who did y'all see? No, you don't watch that? Oh my goodness.
He done fucked the whole board up.
I wanna thank Manny and Queen for inviting me many times on this platform. Thank you. I had a great time. Doc, I love to see us in big roles, in big positions. So to sit next to you was a gem. You know, thank you for being you and giving back to our youth and our community. We need more people like you and your color.
Yes.
And I in my lives like this, you either person's breakdown or breakthrough. Be mindful of how you treat people. You never know. You just may be all that a person has left, and we all need something and someone to love. That's right. And I love y'all. Peace.
That's what's up. Man, listen, man. Go ahead on, man. Listen, that my baby here. That when I tell you, man, this girl here, that's God's gift to earth, man. When I first met this girl, I didn't even know how we used to communicate because I didn't speak no English.
Y'all can eat now. Go ahead.
But she here. She been here and from Za to Shemley.
That's right.
And it's been, man, it's been a blessing.
Thank you.
Knowing you, and I'm gonna cherish that blessing for as long as I can.
Well,
you know what I mean? And listen, we gotta do commercials. We gotta push this, man.
Yeah, I'm down.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Listen, I have all type of camera here. I don't work for people. I work for UGTv. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you need, man, whatever we gotta do to make sure we get the name out there, and also, and to start pinpoint people to you. Let's do that.
Okay.
So guys, my sister.
Well, thank you, and I really appreciate that, and I really, really love coming on this show because, you know, when we do events in the city or we do it with Riviera Beach or wherever it may be, sometimes, you know, you never, like she said, you never know who it hits. But I absolutely love coming on this show because you reach the people.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
I got a couple of crackheads in here right now.
Manny!
I'm the
God damn.
I'm playing.
But on that topic, though, I'm being very real right now, and you said it earlier, we all go through something. There's not one person you can point to me and they're living a perfect life. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood why we have this ego and this pride to just kind of pick on somebody else because they going through their stuff.
Right,
whatever it may be. Because we all got, I'm a therapist right now, and growing up, I was raised by a single mom. You know my story.
Yeah.
A single mom, no father.
Great woman, though.
And my mom today is dying at my home right now in hospice care because she's going through Alzheimer's, the last stages. You know what I'm saying? But I say this to say this, that mental health works for those who work it.
That's right.
Yes.
So you have to understand that we all go through something. I'm sitting here today, I'm a therapist. I just have the skill sets to help me through what, but life is life.
Right.
Life is ups and life is downs.
Right.
And you have to enjoy the ups, and when you're going through your little down slope, learn coping skills to get you through it. You're going to go through it. It's never going to end. You're never going to go through bad stuff forever.
Yeah.
And you're never going to go through good stuff forever.
Right.
So
Okay.
That's
true.
Prepare yourself for that.
So just understand it. Therapy works. It gets
It
you
does.
from a place from where you are to where you want to be.
Yes.
Sometimes you just get stuck.
We're living proof.
Yeah.
We're proof.
Therapy's real.
Thank you.
Final words. Who do you go to get your understanding?
So I don't have one right now, but I used to have, when I was going through school, we would have our own therapist to kind of, they would teach you to do that. Okay. I honestly have an amazing support system.
Okay.
That's
really
very
do.
important.
Okay.
That's very important.
Okay.
And I can say, you know, dealing with this issue with my mom has been the toughest thing that I have dealt with. Because
I
I'm
know.
a person that, even like me, everybody comes to me to fix something.
Yeah.
But when you can't fix something,
You feel like you.
That just gave me the chill.
So yeah, so it's just like it's been the toughest thing that I have to go through. But again, once you know coping skills to get you, I'm grieving a live person right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And grief ain't no joke.
Yeah,
Oh no.
My mom passed away at 49 years old.
You got 3 of them though, and 3
Yeah, my mom died at 49. My brother died at 32. My grandma was older. My grandma was older, but I love 3 years from 2019 to 22. 3 deaths like that. Woo. And being a strong person.
And these kids dying. These people dying
like nothing.
They ain't dying in their 90s
like
and
flies.
I'm telling you, they're not dying in their 90s
And the kids don't even they don't even process it. Yeah, they can't.
They don't even
They
grieve
think life is a
because
reset
they're taught not to
button.
grieve.
This ain't a video game. You can't reset life.
You
got to keep going. You can understand from life, but if you never mind, I'll talk about that later.
Well, no, it's true though, and that's why I try to stand up so much for these kids because, and I have a saying like, be the person you needed when you was a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these kids, they go through so much, and then they expect them to come to school and do these tests and listen to these teachers, and like they barely survive it themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot, and that's why I try to do the advocacy for the parents. Because once you reach the parents, then you know, it could
Be fed. Be fed. And this is why it's crazy. And I knew her mom. You know what I'm saying? Good old lady.
tough lady.
She had to go through the same thing my people had to go through. Because we were going from house to house. I remember her mama used to, I guess Derry was the oldest one, or Issa, or
Charles.
Yeah, Charles. She was cussing at them in Spanish where we didn't understand. When my mama was cussing at us in Creole, Derry and them didn't understand. Derry, Kenny, Norman, they used to play ball. Them boys got me into playing basketball. And to hear that she is where she at right now, that's heartbroken. You know, and please, man, she ain't gonna know who I am, but please tell her I love her.
I will. Thank you.
And this is what they meant when they said it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She used to cuss at us just like she was cussing at her own kids. There wasn't no difference. Listen, we didn't understand the energy was there. And when David came to my house, it was the same energy. My dad was cussing and my mom was cussing out them. Y'all breaking the garage door because we're playing ball. The same energy. Like, I literally notice people. She's not just somebody. She is family.
Yeah.
But my final words is, man, thank you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for opening up this platform.
It's easy
really
to unlock a door and open the door, but
Right.
it's more than to sit back and listen and learn.
Yeah.
Because
it's out there. It exists.
we have to be, because and being a man, especially where I came from, being a man, nigga, you don't show no emotion. Being a man, nigga, you that nigga. Shit, nigga, if somebody got died for it, nigga, it's got to be you. Being a man is that nigga. But to sit here to listen to, damn, man, maybe I was the man, but maybe I needed a little help. Because I was going through some stuff.
Yeah. And
I would always love and appreciate you guys, because I feel like even if I may die tomorrow, I know my son and my daughter are in good hands.
Amen.
Because they have you guys.
I like that.
Amen.
Because the thing about it is that I had to figure stuff out on my own, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But to have people like you guys, to can tell them, man, listen, man, it's okay to say, man, you tired sometimes.
You tired. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? Over drinking is a sign of mental.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I told you I
Maybe
abused
the
it, so.
reason why I'm the Henny man, that's you motherfuckers applause. I'm playing. But maybe the reason that maybe I have to drink enough, because if I don't drink, that I don't know how to solve my next problem. That's not the right solution.
Right.
But maybe that's what I fear. But with you guys here, open up and let me know that, man, listen, man, we could get a hug after the show, and it's going to be okay.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes life worth living. I thank you guys, man.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I thank you, Sid. Baby.
Thank
Love
you.
Bust
Manny,
that.
before we go, I just want to give a shout out
Give
to
a shout out, baby.
Marquisa Tassie.
Yeah, wait, got a Hennessy, man. Stop giving shout out. Okay,
No,
show's over with.
No. Marquisa Tassie is the one that got me to open up on her mental health blog, and it got so many hits that she, taught me into writing a book. I started it, but it's so emotional I can't finish it. Shout out to Ray Whiteley for introducing me to Dr. Judy. Dr. Judy also discusses mental health. She has a YouTube channel. And believe it or not, Dr. Judy, they helped me out so much. So if you guys are watching, I just want to say thank you. Ray, thank you for offering me that space to have my meetings. I really appreciate you. I love you for that. And, just keep doing what you're doing, guys.
That's it. Liz, stop fucking playing, man. Let's get this shit rolling.
This the podcast before the podcast before the podcast. So. Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah.
I love y'all, man. Listen, hey, man, Issa gonna shoot a commercial for her business. Hey, y'all can hit up anytime. Listen, she have an intro. You probably have to get her through Messenger. But it's a whole other story. And no storyteller. I love y'all. There will not be no Henny Talk tomorrow. But till next time, y'all be safe. Good night. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
I'm finna go get drunk.
I suffer with panic disorder. I spent my whole life thinking that I was just a moody person, the moody sister, the moody friend, the moody daughter. I'm happy one day and I'm sad the next. And I don't know why, but it's just who I am. I thought it was my personality. There was a point when I was 18 years old and I was working and I just physically stopped. I was in the middle of work and I just couldn't physically move anymore, and I couldn't talk, I couldn't say anything, everything just clammed up, and I knew then that there's something not right, and I had to go to the doctors. Yeah, I remember that was my first time I'd ever had a panic attack, and ever since, the fear of having a panic attack is something that stayed with me forever. There are times where they happen every day, and I can't get out of bed, and I can't sleep either, and I physically can't function as a human being. And there are other times where I can go a month, maybe, I don't think I've ever gone 2 months without a panic attack. between having my first one at 18 and being 33 now. So it's been with me for a very long time. It was when I went on the internet and I went into some forums and you're reading all the threads about all the different things that have happened to different people. Like my whole life, I felt like it was just me. I was the only person who was suffering. And then I realized there are hundreds and thousands of people who suffer the same thing. That for me was the biggest therapy, was to actually realize that I'm not on my own. The truth is, I don't know that there is a cure, but the one thing that I learned was I was at my worst when I had nobody to talk to. Every time I went for help and a door was slammed in my face, or I was told that it was all in my head, or that it's just who I am, or it's my hormones, every time that line of communication got closed, it just made things worse. And what I've learned about myself is that talking is the most important part. Find that line of communication. Find somebody to talk to, a relative, a friend, a neighbor, anyone, just to be able to say the words out loud. That is the only thing that helps me today, is being able to say, you know what, I am not okay, and I just need to talk about it.